I can get you gone, no witness. It's plain to see that I'm all about business. Pockets on swole, I can't stop getting riches. I'm on my grind cause I'm all about business. Fuck these niggas and fuck these bitches. You can't tell that I'm all about business. I'm all about business. Somewhere in the trenches. Moving weight, I'm on my 24-hour fitness. I don't need a witness. Moving with the quickness. Was off the porch when you was on the playground bench. Block bleeding, smoking trees, eyes Chinese, high speed, singing every lick walking by me. I'm sticking to the cold like a Siamese. Twin Glocks on me, shoot 'em up like some IVs. Pushing power, test me and you'll be pushing flowers. Kitchen when it's cooking hours. Not an offer, but we can push a book of powder. Leave you wet like you took a shower. For fucking with my bed.
What up, world? What up, family? It's your boy Mac with Stay Ready Boxing TV coming at you with some news you can use and another episode of Ringside Views. And I got my brothers Money Brown, the God, and the Jab Jamboree Quattro Cinco Act Reacher 45. What's up with it, my brothers? Did I forget one act? Judge Galvatron.
Ultra active.
Ultra active. We got so many monikers, my brother. So many monikers. What's up with the Money to God?
What's going down, big bro? What's going down? In this thing with the Galvatron up in this thing. What's going down, fam?
Man, slow, bro.
What's good, Monty, man? What's good, man?
Chilling, man. It's been a minute. Act, where you been at, man?
Yeah, man. You know, life. You know, trying to get boxing back, and now they shutting everything down again. It's looking like in New York again. I don't know what the hell's going on, man.
They said y'all are down again.
Yeah, man.
It's another wave coming through, bro. It's another wave coming through. But I feel you though, man. Get shit together. Get shit together, bro.
For real. That's crazy, the motherfucker, man. Y'all didn't they just say y'all was on phase 4 or something?
Yeah, we was, and then there was like a spike happened or whatever. I don't know, man.
But shit, in New York, though, man, that shit hit hard there, though, like for real. Like that shit right there on that ocean and all that shit.
Facts. Yeah.
I think New York hit New York. Well, the East Coast harder than anywhere, didn't it, Matt? Or am I mistaken?
The first, especially when it first came.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why we was already, everything was shut down and everybody was training, outside. Even all the pro boxers, everybody was training outside. You know what I'm saying? Unless you really had like a real private owned type gym, everybody was training outside. But we gonna get through it. We gonna get through it, inshallah. We gonna get through it,
Right. Yes, sir.
Right. What's up with it? And shout out to everybody that came through. A few of y'all in the building. Quee in the building. Mr. Sheldon in the building. Big Money. What's going down, champ? Man, what's going down? KO, I see you in the building, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. And so Quee said it's so condensed out there. Yes, it is.
Going down, Quita, Shelton, Money, KO.
Hold on. Hey, hold it down real quick. Let me run out here and grab this real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we up in this thing, man. We don't know what Matt want to talk about.
Yeah, I didn't know what he wanted to really. I didn't know what he was touching on. I know there's some fights coming up. You know what I mean? I think not this week, but next week we got Teofimo. But I think Conwell fight this weekend, right? On Showbox.
You say Conwell?
Yeah.
Charles Conwell?
Yeah, Charles Conwell.
Oh, he back in the building?
Yeah. I think he's fighting on Showbox.
Is this his first fight back since that Patrick Day shit?
I don't know, man. I was gonna ask you or Lawrence Williams.
I'm about to check because I ain't seen him, bro. I ain't seen him on Swap. Check now.
Me either. I've been looking forward to seeing him again.
Me too, bro. I think that shit kind of fucked with him a little bit.
Who y'all say fuck with who?
Charles Conwell, he back.
Oh yeah. Man.
Oh yeah, this is second fight. He had one in February the 8th.
Oh, okay.
I missed that one.
But Where was that at?
Let's see. uh, Indiana Gaming Commission.
Oh, okay.
Man, what, bro? Oh yeah, in Indiana, bro. He part of Indiana.
Hey, matter of fact, money. I gotta ask you, what did you think about that fight this weekend, man?
Man, the oh
Zep-
ESPN. Man,
Jose, yeah, and Evan Barrington.
man, I seen people hating on the fight, bro. I seen people saying, man, look, motherfuckers talking about they mad because they caught a fight. Look, bro, that's fight of the year right now, bro. To me, I gotta keep it real, bro. Like that's the type of shit, you know what I'm saying? That man, Mac, it woke me up, bro. I swear to you, I was streaming this shit, right? I got tired. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I could take mine to sleep. And look, I was like, man, Ivan Baranchi gonna knock Cepeda ass out. I knew Cepeda could punch. I'm like, Baranchi gonna knock his ass out, bro. You hear me? That's
Yeah.
you know, bro. I seen like when I seen him drop him in the first round, then I seen this ass go down. I'm like, oh shit. I woke up a little bit. Then the second round came, them niggas dropped each other. I'm like, oh man, this gonna be one of those fights, bro. And them cats, they got to dropping each other and shit, bro. That shit was so entertaining, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Thank God that Barenchi is okay, Terrence Crawford, since we don't care about fighters and shit. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, Mac, that shit was so
we talk about, man, we boxing fans. We love the sport. That's a part of the sport. That's why we like the sport.
Right, that pissed me off a little bit though. But man, on the fight itself though, Mac, man, that shit was entertaining, bro. That shit had us like. I think that was Stormy B that said that shit gave boxing a shot in the arm. Even though we got big fights, but nigga, that shit is what I'm talking about. And I love the pugilism. I love a 12-round good ass, skillful ass fight. But every now and then, you need that type of shit in boxing right there, bro.
I swear. I swear to God, bro.
Yeah.
It gave you the man. I'm telling you, that fight reminded me so much of George Foreman, Ron Lyles fight.
Yeah.
It was that fight all over again. But it was our generation fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was like. Nigga, I was stuck. I done watched that fight 3 times, bro.
Man.
And I'm not even joking. That's why I'm telling you.
I can believe.
You have to go watch that fight, bro. Like it's rare that you get those, and I'm gonna watch it again.
Mac haven't seen it.
The fight is. No.
Oh man.
Hey, you know what else? Salute, man. Thanks for having me on, man. But there's something else about this that you have to really realize. That was not a slugfest. That was a boxing match.
Right.
And you know, George Foreman and Ron Lyle was a slugfest because that was 2 punchers doing what they do. But in this fight with Zepeda and Baranchik, it was a boxing match. Baranchik came out and jumped on top of him very fast right out the gate, and Zepeda wasn't ready for that. Yeah. And when he got dropped those couple of times in the first round, it woke him up like, oh, I better step it up. So in the second round, he comes out and puts Baranchik on his butt. But it was all behind, you know, they were jabbing, they were working the body, they were throwing combinations. So it wasn't a slugfest. And I want people to understand that when you watching boxing, know what you're looking at. It's like when we did the 3 wise men last week, and I showed the clip of Carbajal and Gonzalez, and somebody in the chat had said, wow, what a slugfest. That wasn't a slugfest. That was 2 guys fighting in close, probing for openings and everything. And when they saw the openings, they were taking them, you know. And it's one thing to see fighters compete at a high level and get punches in and set guys up and stuff like that. And that's exactly what you saw that night. It wasn't just guys throwing caution into the wind. These guys were competing. And what I really loved about Jose is that each and every time he got dropped, when he got back up, his face expression never changed. He looked the same as before he got dropped, you know, which let me know that he was in a good place. Now, Baranchik, his expression changed a little bit because he got a little wide-eyed, you know, and that's usually a guy you might have to settle back down or whatever. And I don't know if his corner was able to do that, which is why he ended up on the bad end of things. But I never felt like Zepeda was out of it. He was always totally alert, and he always kept his position and everything and was looking to shoot those shots in as soon as he could get him in. So,
and
man,
he was
what a
countering.
great fight, though. What a great fight, bro.
Zepeda was countering so beautifully. It was almost like I'm talking about. This is immediately after a knockdown. He back up and he's countering Ivan like nothing ever happened. Like it just didn't happen. Like he's back on. He was focused. Like this is so much of an entertaining fight that you for the boxing fan and for the casual fan, because you're going to get actual boxing in it and you're going to get those knockdowns that made you an original fan of boxing to begin with.
And did you notice that the knockout came off of a combination? He threw a right hook, then a left hand, and two-punch combination.
I got a question for you.
Let me say this to Stormy, because I'm off here talking, bro. I know I was on mute. No, Stormy, in the first round, they dropped each other. Remember, he dropped his ass at the end. That's why it woke me up, because he had dropped him. Then it was at the bell. Zepeda dropped him. I'm like, oh, shit.
There's so many knockdowns.
Right, man.
You're right.
Man. No, it was a mosquito over here, man. I ain't trying to get bit. These hoes hot, bad right now because all that water. But, man, on that knockdown,
You wanted to ask me a question. You was about that.
That's what I'm asking. I said on that knockdown, on that knockout. Man, I done watched it 3 times, even in slow motion. It looked like it's an uppercut, but at the same time, it looked like he's coming up but throwing a straight left at the same time. And I'm trying to figure out, me personally, was that an uppercut or was that a straight left? He was just reaching up with it when he threw it.
Now he countered over the shot. My bad, Stormy. Go ahead. Yeah, counter over.
Good question, because Zepeda is a southpaw.
Yeah.
So he threw a check hook. It was a right hook.
Yeah.
Then it was a left hook, but it was the left hook come like almost like a straight, but it came on an angle and it hit him right on the button.
Almost
the first punch landed and the second punch landed right on the chin.
Almost like a shovel hook, but that's why I said it looked almost like an uppercut, but it wasn't quite an uppercut because the punch was too straight.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, Mac. Okay, Mac. Mac know his shovel hooks.
Remember
his shuffle hooks.
Hey, remember Baranchi was throwing a punch, Mac, and as he missed it, Zepeda came over that one with another one, like because he caught him bam while he was throwing, then he caught him with another one, bam, and put him out.
And Money, you know what was interesting about that? Zepeda just had got knocked down himself like about 15 seconds before that.
Exactly. But the thing about Baranchi, he don't have no defense. Like he has no defense, and that's his style of fight.
His eye open,
yeah. When he had fought Josh Taylor. When he fought Josh Taylor.
Anthony Yidget. When he fought Anthony Yidget was touching him. Anthony Yidget was really touching that dude, but he was walking through his punches. I haven't got that Rocky Balboa defense, but he's walking through punches, and he doesn't care because he'll take that punishment to deliver punishment. That's the type of fighter he is. He's that old style Russian fighter. And this time he just met his match. Even Josh Taylor couldn't knock him out.
That was an exciting fight, man. I mean, my goodness, it was like I've been talking about it, since I saw it. It's like, and I've watched it twice already.
Man, same here. Hey, and I got Mr. Everything Boxing in the building. What's up with him, my brother KT? What's going down, bro?
Man, what's happening with him, man? Just chilling, watching these little football games.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Sure.
I'm gonna ask you, what did you think about that fight this weekend, man?
Oh man, hell of a fight. Man, like I said, I was expecting it to be a good fight, but I wasn't expecting it to be no fight like that. Like I just figured it was gonna be a fight where, Baranchek, he was gonna be coming forward like he always do, pressuring Zepeda, pressuring him. And I figured that Zepeda, I think that's how you say his name, Zepeda or whatever. I figured Zepeda was gonna outbox him, cause like he could box, he could box, he got skills. So I thought he was just gonna outbox him. move around, and get a unanimous decision. But man, was I wrong? Was I wrong? And like I said, the uh the fight, man, hell of a fight. Fight of the year. Fight of the year so far. I don't know whoever come after them gonna have a hard time beating that. Cause man, they went at it. They went at it. What was it like 8 knockdowns between the both of them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was 8 knockdowns, 4-4.
and a
And
knockout.
and,
Yeah, the knockout.
and right off the bat, right off the rip, it was knockdowns from the first round on.
Yeah.
So I mean that's the type of fight that fans, live to see. That's some movie shit, like y'all was saying, Rocky Balboa. Man, that's like, that's some shit you see in a movie. We don't see fights like that all the time. And Baranch, Baranchek, he gonna be he make for an exciting fight because, like you said, he comes straight forward. His head is his defense. He ain't trying to block shit.
At
He
all.
ain't blocking nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's why I like him as a fighter too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like Baranchik because it is different. It's a difference between him and Jared Hurd. Baranchik is walking through you punching. Jared Hurd is just he's just taking those punches, but Baranchik is actually walking straight to you, walking through your punches, and trying to deliver punishment. He's trying to knock you out the entire fight. That's his goal, and he done made it this far. And I don't think that's gonna mess his career up either. I don't think he's one that's gonna get knocked out and then that's the end of his career. Like a lot of people take these losses and things like that. I think he's still dangerous as hell right now.
What he needs to do is take a long rest and then bring in he needs a Western coach. He needs an American coach that could just add to his, defense, teach him how to be a little more safe, because he's an exciting fighter, and exciting fighters can always get a match. He just needs somebody kind of like when Arturo Gatti brought Buddy McGirt in to kind of help him. Buddy McGirt extended Arturo Gatti's career because he couldn't keep going through those matches like that. That damn fight he had with Wilson Rodriguez, where both his eyes were pretty much gone. Dude, now if that wasn't some Rocky Balboa stuff, nothing was,
Yeah.
And he threw that hope to hell left hook and knocked Rodriguez out. But what an exciting fight. So I see Baranchik in that same vein. He needs somebody to help him. It's like you don't have to stand there and wait for the receipt. You can get yours and get off to the side or move back outside or whatever and reset.
A little bit of head movement might go a long way with Baranchik.
Exactly. But he's a damn exciting fighter. He was like that against Josh Taylor. It's just that Josh Taylor's boxing skills was a little much for him.
It was. Man, salute to my brother 503 coming in the building. What's up with it, champ? You're on mute if you're talking. All right. Damn, he done burnt out. Man, but man, I've been seeing on social media, on Twitter. Well, I ain't gonna just say on Twitter because I've even seen Eddie Hearn come out. So now, since these numbers came out for the Cholo brothers, and they had great numbers during this pandemic, now you got fighters like Canelo talking about he want to fight Cholo. You got Eddie Hearn coming out saying Demetrius Andrade want to fight you now. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all thoughts on how these promoters and these fighters all of a sudden now y'all want to fight Jamal Charlo now, but y'all didn't want to fight him before?
I'm gonna say this: it's a good thing either way it go, Mac. You hear me?
Yeah.
Fuck it, fuck the tit for tat shit. Now, motherfuckers, okay, give us what we deserve. You know what I'm saying? Now we can get you motherfuckers in the ring, however we had to do. But now it's a different ball game now when we talk about this money and what we get, because y'all see what we're doing now. You know what I mean? But I like it. I like the. It's just like with the Earl situation. They didn't want to fight him, but the tables turned. You know what I mean? The tables turned now. So now we're getting everything that's deserved to us. Let us get these motherfuckers in the ring. Let us beat their ass. And let us get our recognition. You know what I mean, it's better than leaving out and not fighting. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's how I look at it, bro. All right, now y'all motherfuckers giving us our respect. Now the tables turned. Now the media see us after we did what we did. You know what I mean? So I look at it as a positive, even though we know the game, we know how they try to play them, but at the end of the day, it's still a positive because now we got these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Give us our respect now.
exactly. I still, I'm not gonna lie to you because I heard what Charlo's plan is because he do want to come back in December, and he actually has a plan. But and Canelo is part of that plan. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Canelo, Andrade, and it wasn't Triple G. It was fuck, it was right there. I forgot what, but it's a big fight. It's a big name. I gotta go back and look. But yeah, he's got a 3-fight plan. He already said he's coming back. He want to come back and fight somebody in December. So we'll see. And Canelo could be the one. What's your thoughts on that?
I take either one. I take either one of those fights. I think either one of those fights is great. You know what I mean? Canelo or Boo Boo. I don't think Triple G is in the fight making business anymore. He's about to ride out to the sunset and fight whoever he
Yeah, he
can.
don't want to. He
You
don't
know
want
what
to
I
get knocked
mean?
out.
So he don't really want no interaction. So I'm thinking like, take that Canelo route. If Canelo, let's call Canelo's bluff first. Let's see, because we did our numbers and our due diligence, and we did a bid at 160. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. We did a bid at 160
Hold
already.
on.
Charlo, he did it. He deserved everything. Oh, you got a
We got
call.
a,
My
we got a
bad.
caller on the line. What's up with it, caller?
Hey, what's going on, man? This is Renee Box Young. I don't mean to interrupt. You guys go ahead and continue and let me know when I can jump in.
All right, I sure will. Go ahead, Ed.
All right, salute, Renee. I was just saying, like, man, I take either one. I'm not mad that, like Monty said, however we gotta lower you in. You know what I mean? When we going fishing and we trying to bait shit on the hook, we don't care how we gotta do it, if it's live or the fake bait, man. We gotta lower you in, man. He seen that Charlo could do the numbers. The other champions, well, a couple of the, not all of the other ones, but a couple of the other champions see that too. You know what I mean? I really want the Boo Boo fight first. I think
Man,
if he beat Boo Boo, I don't care what nobody says. It shouldn't be no reason why he can't beat Canelo. I know Canelo a little bit better, but Andre is some, from what people telling me. They say Andre is taller than Big Charlo. I said, what?
no,
Really?
they're both 6'1".
That's what I said. Thank you, Mac. I thought they was the same height. Somebody said no. Boo Boo is taller. Boo
No,
Boo, whatever. Whatever. It's to me, it's the perfect size matchup. The Charlos don't walk around real big outside of camp. He don't. I think it's meant to be, man. He got to give us one of the Charlos before he retire. I need to see Boo Boo. I don't give a damn right now if it's Mel or I don't give a damn if it's. I really want to see more, but I really wouldn't care which one he fight as long as he fight one of them. I used to care, Mac in the day. You remember I used to care like, nah, more, it's the better size matchup. I don't want to hear no excuses. You know what I mean? But you know what? Right now, in this pandemic, I ain't gonna act brand new, man. Whatever you could, I'll take it. However, man, Canelo or Andre, sign them up, man. More, but unify more. Before
Right.
I go, if this get to you, I'm gonna need you to unify, cause you the big bro. It's kind of crazy, babe bro, and them got all of them belts. I'm just
He
saying,
ain't
not to
baby,
make it
bro.
a
He
Yeah,
little, bro.
yeah, but
competition
Maul took
thing,
the business
but
champ.
that's gonna make you want to be better.
Yeah, but Maul
That's
took the business.
how.
Don't
That's
forget
how
that.
Lomachenko.
What'd you say?
I say, act. Don't forget Maul to the division champ though.
Yep.
True, Monty. That's true, Monty, that is true. That is a good point. But nah, he say too. I ain't gonna front. My man is the lineal. Okay,
True.
they that wasn't even part of the deal in the beginning. Nah, but I'm just saying, all jokes aside, my man is the linear right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Mel is really sitting nice right now. I just want more to.
No,
I just want the same thing for more. That's
they
all. I just
doing
want
they
the
doing
same
it
thing for
big.
more.
They doing it big for Texas, man. Shout out to Mark Wonderlick. I see you in the building, champ. My brother say he he white, but he ain't cracker. What'd you say? Yeah, you said you white, but you ain't Peckerwood white. Mark Wonderlick, man, that's my brother, man. Call Renee
Since
Box.
you guys
Huh?
offered up Mel's name, man, I just got to say one little thing that I've been thinking about this for a while, and even before the fight over Banana. But hey, man, he might be the best in the sport today.
And you know what? I've said that, but people don't want to hear that because they
No, they
bring up.
don't want to hear it. But look at
He's the
his.
linear. He's the linear in his division.
Wait, forget about how he wins.
You
He
said
can
what,
knock you out with either hand. He can outbox you. His defense is sound enough that he
you froze
has the
on us,
right
boy.
type of approach as a professional. I mean, I love it, man. He's the little brother, but he's the big brother.
It kind of seem. It's kind of been seeming that way. It has like it kind of been seeming that way,
Oh
man.
yeah.
I hate to
Well,
say, I gotta keep it real.
we
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
call
yeah. My
on.
fault. My fault.
So let me get to Renee Box Young. You still there, champ?
Yeah, of course, man.
All
I'm
right.
good.
Hey, so what did you want to comment on?
Oh yeah, I just want to comment a little bit. Salute to the panel, man. Love you guys. Thank you so much, man, for receiving my
Yes.
call. I just wanted to put in my little, opinion here as far as with what you were saying a moment ago with Eddie Hearn, right? Talking about wanting to match up Charlo and Andrade, and Canelo apparently possibly being able to fight because Canelo talking about he wants to move up to, if I'm not mistaken, around 165, 168, 175 to possibly fight Charlo. Charlo on Charlo's side, Jamal Charlo's side, they said, that they want him 168 or 175. He'll follow Canelo easily. So I think one of the questions here, or one of the things here, one of the issues more than anything is that you guys already know it, the lawsuit that Canelo has. I don't see a Jamal Charlo versus Canelo anytime soon, unfortunately, even though it's a fight we've been wanting, a fight that Jamal Charlo has been wanting for years. You already know how many times has Charlo been calling out Canelo, man, for a while. You know what I'm saying? And for one reason or another, I'm not necessarily going to say it was ducking or something, but for one reason or another, they just haven't fought. And, the politics gets its dirty nose in the business, and much more now because Canelo, with this whole lawsuit and situation, people are talking about there's probably going to be a possibility where Canelo can go over to PBC temporarily, right? But we already know what Canelo's going to shoot. He goes to PBC in this whole lawsuit fiasco. He's going to go for Yildirim. You know what I mean? He wants to go for that vacant title that was left behind by Benavidez when he missed weight. So, I mean, I think that's going to be one of his first and foremost goals for Canelo to go for the belt. And after that, I just don't see, man. I don't know about you guys, but maybe I just don't see Canelo fighting Charlo anytime soon, man. It's unfortunate because you guys already know the story. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, and like I said, I'm going to repeat. I'm not saying it's ducking, but Canelo unfortunately has that trajectory where he just doesn't fight guys like Charlo. And we want to see it. So I think it's more feasible with Eddie Hearn and what he's saying. Even though DAZN doesn't necessarily always bring the good matchups. They've been doing some whack things when it comes to the sport of boxing, YouTubers, and all that whole nonsense that we don't want to see, unfortunately. But I don't think, you guys already know Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's the type of guy, he mixes his words around, ever since he was talking about Anthony Joshua and Wilder. So how many times did he flip up his words, mix it all up and just say things, lie? And I just think Eddie Hearn is not really serious about matching up Andrade with Charlo. But I just don't
think he is.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said I think he is, but it's it's the benefit. However he matched it up, he's gonna match it up in a way it benefits him. Because you got to think he's not really making money off of Andrade. Andrade has only headlined one card, and this is the thing. He's a middleweight champion. He's in a glamour division and he's only headlined one card. And he's a champion at a glamour division. That don't make sense to me. So he's that to me.
Yeah,
It lets me know that he's not bringing in money to the promoter. So the promoter would do something like that because he's holding that trump card. That's a belt. That's a trump card for him. And I think he's holding it so in some way, shape, form, or fashion, it's going to benefit Eddie Hearn in order to make that fight happen. I think he's willing to make the fight, but it's got to be some way that's beneficial to him.
Yeah, it seems like Andrade versus Charlo is more probable than Canelo versus Charlo. Unfortunately, man, I personally want to see more Canelo versus Charlo, man, because I just really want to see them both, put to action and that, and see their skills put to the test. But I just don't see, man, Canelo versus Charlo until at least a couple of years, man, maybe a year and a half more at least. But we'll see what happens. And I think y'all going to get off on the call. Thank you guys so much.
All right, man. I appreciate you calling in, Renee Box, young man.
Thank you, Sam.
And anybody else that want to call in, the call line is wide open. Y'all can call in at any point of the show. And I appreciate y'all first caller, Renee Box, young man. I'm gonna go to everything boxing, man. What do you think about what Renee said there, as far as Canelo got all this going on and not taking a fight in Andrade and Charlo fight?
Well, I mean, as far as what he said with Canelo, I mean, he he on. Like I agree with him with what he talking about with Canelo. And then another thing, like we hearing this news coming out with Canelo all of a sudden, oh, he want to fight Charlo. Man, he been knowing about both of the Charlos. You know what I'm saying? He could have fought them at 154. Could have fought him. You know what I'm saying? He could have been fought Big Charlo, Jamal Charlo at 160 these last few years, and all of a sudden now I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo going through his legal issues and stuff, and I just think that's a PR campaign. His because I ain't heard shit from Canelo. I haven't heard him say nothing. So if he ain't said it out his own mouth, I just think his story's being put out. PR campaign to get, because everybody talking about the Charlos right now. Jamal Charlo name hot. So I think it's just a campaign to, keep his name in the mix.
Right.
Keep his name in the mix, even though he is going through legal issues, they still need to keep his name out there, and make it like that he want to fight these dudes. Because when Canelo came out not too long ago, it made his list of fighters that he want to fight. Jamal Charlo or Demetrius Andrade wasn't on that list. So, I mean, I think it's bullshit if we gonna sit here and just think all of a sudden it's changed. Canelo don't want to fight Jamal Charlo. He been knowing who Jamal Charlo was. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to fight Jamal Charlo, he would have been said it a long time ago. Canelo ain't thinking about fighting no Jamal Charlo. That's not a fight that I think that we gonna see. Especially like my man Renee Box Young said, especially now that he going through all them legal troubles. If we do, even I don't even think we're gonna see Canelo in the ring no time soon. But if we do see him in the ring, it's gonna be against Yildirim. And then after that, we might not see him in the ring for a long time. If he do, get some of the legal troubles fixed, it'll be shit. I mean, it won't be no Charlo. It won't be no Charlo unless he go over to the only way we see Canelo and Charlo fight is if he go to the PBC. Somehow he go, the PBC can buy him out his contract, get him, and then they'll put it on his head like, hey, well, you got to fight Charlo. But that's down the line from now. And as far as the Demetrius Andrade situation, I think that Eddie Hearn would make that Demetrius Andrade fight. I think that's a fight that could be made. It's just all in within the politics. Is Al Heyman gonna let Charlo go over there and fight on the Zone Network?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you right now. The only way Charlo goes over to the Zone if it's to fight Canelo. If it's not to fight the Canelo, he's a paper. They fighting on pay per view. I can see it now.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So the Demetrius Andrade fight, I don't see that happening because in order for that to happen, Charlo gonna have to go over there, and I don't see that happening. And then as far as Demetrius Andrade being a pay per view attraction, he ain't no pay per view attraction. you know, and they don't have nothing to do with his skills. But I just don't see them putting him on pay per view. And Eddie Hearn ain't gonna come out of his pocket to put Demetrius Andrade on pay per view. So
Nah,
that's another fight I don't see happening.
So
man.
can I just ask? Y'all don't think that if Andre's willing to go to Showtime side, that they wouldn't throw it on pay per view?
I'm gonna tell you. I don't. Me personally, I don't. I'm not gonna say the fight can't happen because at least Eddie Hearn is willing to talk about it now. But Showtime gave him an offer to have that fight on the network. This was last. This was last year, before Charlo fought before Christmas. They offered Demetrius Andrade a fight, and he turned it down. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of that one is at some point. I got to look at it. I know Demetrius Andrade. He just came out and did an interview recently. I was watching, and he was talking about how he still wants to fight both Charlo brothers. But let's be honest. Do anybody on this panel thinks Demetrius Andrade really wants that fight? Because I don't.
I believe that fighting Charlo. I don't think he like I said, got to be the right stipulation.
I think he fight one of them. I think he fight one of them. I'm with Monty. I don't think he fight both of them. I don't think he fight both of them. I think he get one of them.
I don't think Demetrius is afraid of the Charlo. I just think it's where I'm echoing. I think it's just a situation where the nigga want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And he want to get treated right, like everybody. I think as long as the money right, any fighter will fight anybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes down to.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this. If the money ain't right, who fault is that? Because he's the one that keeps signing these bullshit contracts.
You gotta blame the promoters.
I can't. At some point, I can't keep blaming the promoters. He done signed three. Bro, he done signed 3 bad contracts.
They don't want dishing out the money. They gotta pay. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying they don't, bro. But when he was with that Italian dude and he pulled out the Jamel fight to go sign with Rock Nation, and Rock Nation fucked him over only to go sign with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, and he been shelf, and he don't even headline his own cards, and he had a Glamour division. That's 3 bad, terrible contracts.
I have something to offer on that.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Stormy.
Yeah, the fact that what you saw out of the Charlo's card from their pay-per-view event, the reason that their numbers were good were because they were fighting quality opposition, hands down. And guess what? If these guys were to step in the ring with one another, the numbers would be up even higher. That's the deception that these promoters are putting out there, trying to make it like that there's not enough interest. No, it's those guys, the promoters, they want to skim those dollars off to get a greater cut for themselves. And if the fights don't happen, they still have champions in their fold. So it's like, the thing is, these guys got to recognize what's in their own best interest. The best interest is to fight. When the fans see you fight, you develop a fan rapport. When you develop a fan rapport, it don't matter. When you come back out, they'll be there for you. But if you're not fighting anybody, if you're just fighting these setups and stuff like that, showcases to keep you winning and keep you looking good and all of that, people get turned off from that. The Charlos were in 2 fights that going in, the most casual of observers and even some of the content creators out here were a little leery and worried about them. And that's good. That's a good thing, because what you're saying to yourself is, oh, this is competitive. Isn't that what it's supposed to be? You just had a fight like that this past weekend where these 2 men were fighting. They were at the level that they should be fighting for, and they were fighting for a number 1 contender spot, where most times guys are sitting around waiting for their chance at the number one contender spot because they know within a year they're going to get a title shot. So they sit on the shelf. This is the way it used to be. Guys fighting each other. When's the last time you seen guys in the top 10 going at each other in any weight class? You're not seeing that. But you saw it Saturday night, and look at what kind of fight it turned out to be.
One of the best fights of the year.
Exactly.
And you know what's crazy?
And guess what? The winner coming out of a fight like that, he brings that experience into the challenge of the title. So guess what? He might take the title from the champ.
The winner and the loser of that fight gonna benefit. That's the type of fight both guys benefit off of, win or lose. You're gonna benefit. The same thing like the Triple G Deverenchenko fight. Triple G won that fight, technically, but both of those fighters benefited from that fight.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying at the end of the day. If these guys just get in the ring and fight each other, and what's so bad about taking a loss when if it's a great fight or a good fight, you can have a rematch.
Yep.
And that's more money for you. And it'll be more money than you would make fighting one of those guys in a setup fight, right? So it's like it's a win-win situation if you know how to put yourself in a position to be boss.
Exactly.
That's all.
I got my brother 503 just jumped back in. Can you hear me now, champ?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
There you go. Okay. I was wondering because I was chopping it up earlier. You disappeared on me real quick, like. But
okay, man, what's the topic of discussion, man? What we got on the docket, man?
So we've been on it for a minute, but so you got Canelo was interested in the Charlo fight. Eddie Hearn came out saying that he wants to make the Demetrius Andrade Charlo fight. So we're discussing that right now. And in the same token, we had a caller. Renee Bakshan called into the show. And the call-in lines are open. Y'all can call in at any time and give us your thoughts or ask any questions. But he also said he don't think Canelo is serious when he say he wants that Charlo fight with everything that he got going on. And speaking on the Andrade fight, is it possible to make that fight happen? Basically, what's your thoughts on everything that's going on surrounding Jamal Charlo?
My. In the words of my nigga Big Fish Earl Spence Jr., baby, the tables have motherfucking turned. Man. It's a lovely day to be from Houston, Texas. I'm gonna say this, man. I think this pay-per-view, man, we talked about it, bro. And we talked about it. This pay-per-view was a chess move. By Al Heyman and PBC, man, and the Charlos, they lived up to it, man. I think they both Charlo brothers did exactly what they were supposed to do. I think in Jamal's situation, he got options. I mean, he could possibly fight a Eubank Jr. He could fight a Demetrius Andrade. I gotta agree with the homie Renee. I want my first fight to pick would be Canelo. But Canelo got all these legal situations going on. He just filed the lawsuit in California. I was listening to the homie Keith, Everything Real Boxing and Sports. I was listening to him the other day and today.
Oh, what is that?
Oh yeah, I seen he refiled the lawsuit in California now, so I really want to see that Canelo fight, man. But truth be told, man, I wouldn't mind seeing Demetrius and Charlo, man. That would be a great fight. Two black athletes in a prime. It's a lot of backstories with Demetrius and the Charlo brothers, man. We all know they don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? So this will be a grudge match. So I'm excited, man. I'm not gonna get too excited, man, because we know Eddie Hearn change, and he'll change in the New York City minute. You know what I'm saying? He'll change his mind. You know what I'm saying? And he's an ultimate clout chaser. So he might be just, trying to use Cholos as clout to get him some clout. Because truth be told, man, Eddie Hearn ain't had a hot fight since Dillian White and Povetkin. And motherfuckers then already forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see how all this play out, man. I'm gonna be paying close attention to Eddie Hearn and the zone. But I want to see Andrade for sure. But if not, man, I wouldn't mind seeing him defend his title against a guy like Eubank Jr. He over there on the PBC side. He been talking hella shit. He getting trained by Roy Jones Jr. now. I would like to see that fight as well. I know my brother R fella somewhere listening.
Oh, he's in the building. He's in the building.
So yeah, man.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me be honest with you. At this point, if that fight happened, yeah, I'd like to see it. Am I looking for that fight? No. I said it before. I'm not gonna say it's a bad fight because it's not. It is a good fight. Chris Eubank and Jamal Charlo, but we're trying to get him in the best position, like looking at fighters like Triple G, Demetrius Andrade, and Canelo. Hell, even what's that? I can't even think of the dude's name right now. Like it's on, but those guys right there, we're trying to get them because we're looking for unification, the best possible fights at this moment. Chris Eubank is there, but I'm not. It's not like I want him next. Anybody think they would love to see a Eubank Charlo fight now?
Now I'm with you, man. I ain't gonna be big on that. Andrade, Triple G, or Canelo. I think Triple G. Well, I'm gonna say Triple G might be more even though his ass gonna have a fight with some motherfucker. But I want the Andrade fight, bro. Because I feel like that's number one, number two. See, Canelo on his weight jumping shit. So right now, Charlo number one, Andrade number two. I feel like if Canelo can get his hands on Andrade and take that scrap, bro, Canelo don't have a choice. He can't fight no motherfucker else at 160. He don't have a choice. Maul is unified right there. Once you come back, especially if you're talking about coming back to 160. When you come back to 160, there's only one name that you can fight. You can't fight no Andrade because he done knocked his ass off the chessboard. Yep. You can't go nobody under that. You know what I'm saying? So that put his ass in a position to, if you come back to 160, bitch, you got to see Maul. Period.
It's the same thing with Triple G.
Listen, this is what you do. You take Eubank, whoop him, clearing out the division. The other guys, in the meantime, you getting it ready, right? Because you setting the table. But a guy like Eubank, of course, that's not a big name that everybody wants, but he's a name in the sport of boxing because he's a junior, right? So get him.
Yeah.
Take his head off, get him out of there, and then you start munching and munching and munching. Because I'm gonna tell you, the order should be just like this. It should be Eubank, it should be Triple G, it should be Andrade, then it should be Canelo. That's the way it really should be.
I agree.
And I'll say this too, Mac. Eubanks do got that UK fan base to put on, even on a bigger platform. But if you could snatch one of them other cats, I'm ready for him to go for one of them first. But if not, like 503 said, I won't mind. Like I was never mad at Eubanks. I thought Eubanks was to play all along.
Right.
I'm not pissed off because I know what Eubanks is. I like him. You know, like you say, his daddy gonna talk that shit. It's gonna be entertaining. And to be honest with you, that bitch is a high class fight because Eubanks over there is they highly respected over in the UK, bro.
And fellas, don't forget this part right here. You're a world champion. Take the show on the road, and go over there and kick his butt in his lane.
That's what I was about to say. The only way I'm down for that is if Maul go over there. If Maul go over there, that's the only way.
They on US.
I got a lot of echoing going on. One at a time.
Hey, right, because I'm getting echo back too. But hey, I love you, Stormy. I love you, Act. Fuck that. We on US whatever.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna say this. I get where everybody coming from on that. And Coach, I get that. Now, if he don't get a fight with these top guys by all means, go knock that motherfucker the fuck out. Whether it's over here in America, you go to Australia, New Zealand, Africa, Asia, go over there to Brixton or wherever he's from in London, and knock him the fuck out. But in the meantime, in between time, man, I want to see unification, man. I've been wanting to see this Boo Boo Andrade. I've been wanting to see Boo Boo Andrade get shut the fuck up for I don't know how long. And to be honest with you, out of every opponent that Jamal Charlo can face as of right now, I think Boo Boo Andrade is the only one standing in his way of domination, because I don't think nobody else has a chance of beating him but Demetrius Andrade.
No, I think Canelo. You talking about Maul?
Yeah, I don't.
I get Canelo on shot as well.
I only think Andre and Canelo. I only think Andre and
yeah,
I'm gonna tell
Canelo
you why I
pose a
don't think
threat.
Canelo. Canelo can move. He got all kind of head movement and body movement. But bro, he don't move his feet. And y'all know Charlo going to the body. Y'all know he's gonna go to Canelo body. If you break that body down, all that body movement is gonna hurt. And then Charlo gonna fuck Canelo up because he stands right there. He don't go nowhere. Canelo ain't finna walk nobody down. He don't fight on his back foot no more because the knees are bad. All he does is move his body and his head and dodge punches. I don't see how Triple G wasn't going. I even said it in both fights. I said whoever attacks the body wins the fight. Triple G never attacked this man's body. All you gotta do is hit this dude in the body. Y'all can't be scared of his punches. This boxing, you gonna get hit. Hit this dude in the body and then take the head out. The head gonna follow. Chop that motherfucking tree down.
You don't want to get hit on the wrong spot around the motherfucker.
Canelo is so beatable, but he's fighting nobody that ain't gonna try to beat him.
But Canelo got a good counter shot too, though, Max. So I gotta
give him a hell of a counter shot.
Like I used to edge Canelo over Big Maul, right? But after that motherfucking Sergey, and we know the punch to beat Canelo is the jab, and Maul motherfucking jab, that mother like a right hand, bro. So that's why I say now I edge Maul over Canelo, bro. In that fight, it showed me, bro, like because Canelo, he ain't a pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't a pressure fighter, like people, you know, act twin brother Brandon Adams, you know what I mean? Everybody talked about him and shit, but he was a little tricky motherfucker. Like he just had a little motor to where you gotta watch him. You know what I'm saying? Charlo was watching his ass, and while he watching him, he got a little shit off. But with Canelo, he got that style to where he want to box. And I think that's what's gonna fuck him over. I think that's what's gonna fuck him over right there with Charlo, because Charlo jab at that range, he can catch Canelo ass and not get hit. That's why I think that jab is key in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And in the way he busted open Sergey, and the way he just used that motherfucker so beautifully, bro. I say, man, Big Maul got the. I got to swing it his way now, bro. I got to swing it his way, but it's still a hell of a fight. And Canelo Andrade, I get them both a chance to beat Maul, but I edge Maul in both of the fights.
Yeah, and KP from KC, you right. Canelo can fight, and he does slip jabs. That's why my point is you got to hit this motherfucker in the body. Bro, he stands in front of you. Maul is tall. He can hit him in the body and not get hit.
I love Maul, but he wasn't hitting Deverenchenko to the body like that. I thought that's where Mel was excelling at, because he was hitting. But I remember me and 503 brought that up. You know, I noticed when Mel be extremely taller than a motherfucker, it'd be hard to get to them body shots. You know, when you're tall like.
Mel didn't start throwing nobody shots into them later rounds. Me and 503 was sitting there sitting right next together. Didn't we? 503. We said all this. Even Quentin.
Nah, he was throwing little like straight rights and shit to his body. He was doing the little. Mel was doing the little by little.
How many body shots did you see in the ring?
I'm with Matt, because I was like, man, go
the only body shot I really seen him throw was the jab to the body in the earlier rounds. But I say probably like that third, fourth round, he started throwing the right hand and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. I seen that a couple times. I wasn't saying he was doing it frequently, but he attacked the body more to me than Maul did the Deverenchenko fight. But the jab was beautiful. The jab and the uppercuts was beautiful. He threw a left uppercut and a right uppercut in the same round.
Maul never dropped Deverenchenko, did he? On my trip?
No, he
didn't. He damn near did. Nah, he didn't. He damn near did.
He was hurting his ass, and that bell kept saving him.
He almost dropped, but he stumbled back into the rope.
Yeah, that bell kept saving him, bro.
Yeah.
That Dale kept saving him. I'm like, God damn, man, what hurt this motherfucker with like 2 minutes to go? But Devachenko a tough motherfucker, boy, because he took an ass beating.
Look, Gun Rule Game Bread, man, this is the first time I ever seen you on the channel. But he said some real shit because that jab, even though it was a pity pat jab, that jab was in Canelo face all night long.
Sergey was watching Canelo with the. No, that's why I say that jab is the key. Like even with Triple G jab, go back and look at Triple G jab on Canelo. Yes, Canelo was slipping him, but that was giving like Triple G out jabbed him clearly, and that what kept him in that fight and kept him. You know what I mean, had Canelo ass thinking, bro. And nobody, in my opinion, nobody got better jabs in boxing than the Charlo. Well, I'm gonna say stronger jab because there's a lot of people that use jab.
I gotta say stronger jabs because I'm gonna tell you, and Triple G has the best jab in boxing. And I don't like Triple G, but that's just facts. He's the most efficient person with that jab. He lands and throws more jabs than any fighter in boxing.
Because he was working the shit out of it with Canelo. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, God damn, boy, just jabbing away in them.
That's how he sets up them.
And he set it up too, y'all. He set it up with the jab. But I just think them Cholo jabs, them motherfuckers just strong. But Maul shit though, boy, you think that motherfucker had a brick in that motherfucker.
You really do. You really do. Hey T, you been quiet over there, bro.
Oh man, I'm still here.
I'm just making sure, man. You been quiet. What's your thoughts on this conversation? You got to give us something. Jump in here anytime, nigga. Just jump in.
Man, Jamal jab is a man. He got a monster of a jab. But see, to me, to keep it 100, Jamal he don't use his jab as much as he should. To me, like in that Derevyanchenko fight, I think he could have tripled the jab and doubled it up a lot more. You know, so Jamal is still getting better. He's still getting better. That's the scary thing about him because he ain't hit his peak yet. He's still getting better. Like I said, it's things that I see that he could, that's there for him to do that he don't take full advantage of. So when he get it all together, when he gonna be down there unstoppable because that jab is a motherfucking monster. Like his jab is a monster. And yeah, man. Like Jamal Charlo could have got, he could have got Derevyanchenko up out of there. He just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He just didn't jump on him when he could have. He could have got him up out of there though.
He stayed patient though, like he was supposed to though. Like that's what I like.
Yeah. Because Derevyanchenko, he got popped himself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying he ain't no punk. He ain't no punk. So Jamal, Jamal know that, so he didn't rush in. But I think if he had jumped on him, and he could have got him up out of there. But as far as the fight, with Jamal and Eubank, I ain't got no problem with that fight. Because it's a fight that's been talked about a long time. They got a backstory. They didn't talk shit to each other for a long time. So, and like I was saying earlier, we ain't finna see the Canelo fight no time soon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Triple G, you can get his motherfucking ass clean the fuck up out of here. I don't even want to talk about no Triple G no more. I don't even know what we're talking about this.
I like, for real. I want Maul to beat his motherfucking ass.
But see, this the thing. Why is we even talking about Triple G? He straight up came out and said, but this is the thing. He told us that he wouldn't fight no Jamal Charlo and he wasn't going to fight Demetrius Andrade.
That was that
he
bitch.
Said he was,
that was that coach. What's that bitch name, Mac?
I'm not saying that.
He said that. He said that out of his own mouth. He said that out of his own mouth. He did it.
April Sanchez said in his head though, bro.
What?
I'm gonna say it like this, man. If he got Canelo interested, then I think Triple G gonna run right behind Canelo.
Nah, Triple G, I'll be willing to put money up that Triple G is not gonna fight him. Triple G
Well, you gonna owe me 200. We betting on that. We betting on that Shakur and Tank fight whenever they do fight. Because I'm rolling with that kid from Baltimore.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm riding with hey, hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You
can do that all you want to.
I'm right. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Tank. I fuck with Tank.
Oh Lord, here you go.
Nigga. What? How many? I'm gonna say this again. I told y'all too. Shakur Stevenson is the most talented fighter in the sport of boxing.
Based off of what, bro? What has he done, bro?
I'm not just. I'm looking at it all around. It ain't about what you done. Look at stylistically, bro. Look at his style. Look at what he does. Look at how he fights. I'm talking about everything that he does in the ring. You can just look at him. I don't give a damn about who he fighting. I do care about who he fighting, but what I'm saying is look at how his all around performance and what he does when he's in that ring. That talent is different. You know, that's the same thing when Mayweather was here. When you was watching Mayweather come up, you looking at that talent, and you can look at Mayweather when he was first coming up in the ranks before he was a champion, and you said he was something special. It's the same way you look at Jerron Boots Ennis right now, except who is a champion. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I feel what you said. Listen, man, I feel what y'all saying, man. And I do think the homie got the skills to pay the bills. But when you put a big dog in that ring with him, will the dog come out of him? I don't know. I don't
know, bro. So tell me what Tank did to you, because you saying that Shakur ain't did. Now tell me what Tank did.
Well,
that's
Tank
better
did,
than what Shakur did.
Hold on, money. I got it. He beat a solid opponent in Jose Pedraza. He beat Jose Pedraza when Jose Pedraza was a champion, coming off his best win, bro, and he knocked him out and stopped him.
Okay.
Shakur has not done that. Shakur has not done that.
To Jose Pedraza, to me, he ain't that much better than, if he is better than Joet Gonzalez.
Man, quit playing with me before I smack that everything head off your goddamn head.
Hey, man, Pedraza ain't shit. Pedraza, man, what you talking about? What you talking about? Pedraza ain't, you acting like Pedraza, motherfucker. Pedraza ain't all of that.
That Pedraza that fought Tank that night would have beat the shit out of Joey Gonzalez. Come on, man.
Man, please.
Come on, man. Listen, K. You know, I fuck with Tank, and like I said, I edge Shakur in the fight because I think Shakur got that defensive style that's gonna get him through. But you better quit looking at Tank and thinking Tank ain't a special fighter, bro. When that man is
Who said that Tank ain't no special fighter?
No.
Said he wasn't special.
I'm saying because the way you be talking about Tank sometimes, Key.
I'm talking about Tank. I'm talking about.
I listen to you go in on Tank hard today.
But you niggas is acting like Tank is out here fighting the best fighters. He ain't. That nigga ain't doing nothing right now. He ain't doing nothing right now. You're talking about some shit he did 3-4 years ago.
Right now,
what's Shakur Stevenson doing right now, bro?
Wait a minute. He fighting
Tank ain't fought nobody in 4 years.
They don't even want to give him credit for Leo Santa Cruz. He don't get no credit for Leo, but every motherfucker else want to fight Leo. But just because it's Tank, he gets no credit. But Shakur want to fight him. Gary West want to fight him. Devin
ain't nobody finna make me ride Tank for real. He gotta do something.
Tank, Negro.
He gotta do something, nigga. That bullshit you talking about. He got to do something.
That's the champion he is, bro.
That nigga gotta do something.
So do you think? So look,
hold on.
Let me say this 503. I'm gonna let you cook, and then we'll get started being here. But if he go in here and knock out Leo Santa Cruz, will you give him credit, Keon?
What did I tell you on the show? What I tell you on the show?
I never asked you that. I never asked you that question.
I said if he go in, first of all, I expect him to go out there and knock out Leo Santa Cruz.
Expect two different things, my brother.
What?
Expecting and doing is two different things.
I expect him to go out there and knock out Leo Santa Cruz. What else you want me to say?
All right, so you expect I
wasn't jumping up and down when they said he was gonna fight Leo Santa Cruz.
You give him credit.
I said, why the fuck is he fighting Leo Santa Cruz? If he fight Leo Santa Cruz, they stop him.
Hey, let me jump in real quick because I gotta Tank is fit to fight Leo. When they announced this fight, you wasn't the first one. It was so many people that hated the fact that he was going to fight Leo Santa Cruz. And I'm going to tell you exactly what the fuck I said. And I'm going to tell you why I said it. I'm glad he took that Leo Santa Cruz fight. And you know why I was glad he took that Leo Santa Cruz fight is because Leo was ducking every motherfucking body in the goddamn sport and continue to fight Abner Mares and Carl Frampton over and over and over. I got tired of the same fucking bullshit when you could have fought top tier opponents and Gary Russell. Even you had a chance to fight somebody like Shakur Stevenson, and then you moved up to 130 and you cherry picked so you could fight, so you could get somebody easy out of Houston, Texas, and Miguel Flores, who barely. Bro, he hadn't even fought a opponent to win a lower level title like an NABC belt or ABS belt or ABF title, let alone move up to fight somebody at 130 for a championship fight for a lower level title. I mean, for a lower level top title. So he cherry picked that because he knew he was fit to get the Tank fight. I was so pissed off about bullshit like that I was ready for somebody like a Tank to come in and beat the brakes off of this motherfucker for however long he decides he wants to stay in that ring and continuously get punished, because I know Tank is going to fuck this motherfucker up. And it's that easy. I don't give a damn how much Leo Santa Cruz punch output is. I know he's gonna get fucked up by Tank, and I'm glad. And when he beats the shit out of Leo Santa Cruz, I'm gonna give him all the motherfucking credit in the world because I'm tired of that hoe, and I want that motherfucker to get the fuck out the sport. That's me personally, and that's why a lot of people don't want that fight. I gotta look at it. Leo Santa Cruz is a 2-division champion,
4-division,
4-division champion. He's moving up. He got a lot of credentials on his background.
Has Shakur Stevenson fought a 4-time division champion? Fuck no. Fuck no. Y'all gotta put some respect on Tank Davis' name. I love and respect the fuck out of Shakur Stevenson, bro. But he ain't done shit. Just like the rest of them other top ranked fighters, bro. He ain't getting the fights. If you ain't Lomachenko or Tyson Fury on top rank, you ain't fighting nobody. Period.
You can't sit up here and say that Shakur ain't done nothing when Tank older than him and he ain't done nothing. Y'all steady talking about what he did 4 years ago because he beat one opponent that's all right. You know what I'm saying? He beat one opponent that's all right 4 years ago. Y'all can't make me like that. You gotta
ain't
fight
nobody
somebody.
Making you do shit.
Can't nobody make me say that Tank is this and that. Tank is
though, bro. Ain't nobody making you do shit.
Tank is a hell of a talent, but he ain't fought nobody yet.
But now he's for the fight the 40 world champion. Yeah, he got multiple. Like I say, Tank beat 3 undefeated fighters in a row at 130. But y'all ain't gonna give him credit. But the thing is this though, he went over to the UK, traveled over there, like my man Stormy said. Look, man, watch ass in his hometown. You know what I mean?
That's where we going.
Wait a minute. Then what's another undefeated motherfucker? 3 undefeated fighters in a row, right? Please, I think he got like 4 champions on his resume, right? He went out there, right? But now he finna go fight a 4-division world champion in Leo Santa Cruz, right? Who like Mac? Leo still can fight, bro. Alvin Morez is a fucking future Hall of Famer. Now Abner banged with his ass. You dig? I want to take out Abner, but this is my thing. Carl Frampton was a bad motherfucker and still is because he's still out here whooping motherfuckers' ass and still getting title shots.
Ain't Shakur Stevenson calling for that fight? He calling for all the fights, bro. This man is literally begging anybody to fight him. And it's not his fault that he can't get the fights. You know what I'm saying? He just put himself in a bad situation with Top Rank, but I think Jay Prince and Andre Ward will help him navigate through that to get those fights. But Tank Davis is fighting better competition right now at this very moment, bro. And it's no knock on anybody else, bro. He already done beat Gamboa before Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? And he fighting Leo Santa Cruz. The only motherfucker right now that's topping Tank Davis is Teofimo Lopez. The only one at lightweight. You know what I'm saying? And I just talked about this on my show. And another thing that you got to realize that Stay Ready had brought up, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia is already in talks for 2021.
I hadn't got there
Yeah.
yet.
So that's another
Yeah,
name for Tank Davis.
I'm gonna get there. Hey, I gotta let my brother Stormy ain't said nothing in a minute. I gotta let Stormy get in here because he been over here grinning.
Right.
I know he got something to say. He got something on his mind.
And let me just ask Stormy this. Stormy, when you say you had showed that fight, you said the Michael Coraball fight, right? You said Michael Coraball, right? Remember you say you was watching the fight when we was talking about the Slugger Fest when they were saying that we was early on, you said you had showed the Coraball fight. You was talking about Michael Coraball, right?
Matt Coraball.
Nah. Michael. I think something about the old fight, ain't you?
That one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like him, bro.
I was talking about Michael Carbajal and Gonzalez, Chiquito Gonzalez.
Yeah, they had like 2 fights, if I'm not mistaken.
3.
Yeah, them some of my favorite fights, bro. And I fuck with Michael Coraball. I fuck with him. I like him a lot. But go ahead, Stormy.
Yeah, the Tank Davis fight, you have to actually say that Santa Cruz is the best guy he's fighting up to this point. Whether you like him or not or whatever, and these are the type of guys that should be fighting each other. My thing is this. Tank is following a formula that Floyd found to be very successful toward the end of his career. He's fighting a lot of guys that are not that athletic, guys that don't have the agility and everything to keep up with what he has to offer, which is his speed and his power and stuff like that to offset it. In other words, Tank ain't fighting a lot of brothers. You need to take note of that because that is a carefully calculated and mapped out plan that they have for this. You need to see him in there with guys who can compete with what he has to offer physically. If Santa Cruz can take his punch, that's an X factor right there. If Santa Cruz can take his punch, Tank may be in the fight of his life. I'll tell you why. He had a hard time with Gamboa, who's 40 years old and was on one leg. Do you think at this juncture of their careers, and I asked this question on another show, do you think at this juncture of their career that Gamboa is a better fighter than Santa Cruz?
Nowhere close.
Thank you. So if Tank had trouble with Gamboa and he was on one bad leg, Santa Cruz throws a lot of punches per round. If he can take Tank's punch, you got a fight on your hands.
But Stormy, I won't say he had trouble with Gamboa. I say he made it tougher than what it was because he knocked him out because it was I didn't see Tank in danger in that fight at all. Now Gamboa landed some good shots. You know what I'm saying? But like I was telling the Key on the show earlier, and I ain't finna make no excuse for him, but I do feel like being in Atlanta, all the hype around the fight, you're around all these stars, and Atlanta is Black Hollywood, so you're gonna get caught up in that shit, especially when you're young, like Tank and baby mama living out there. Who knows? He probably could have got some ass anything.
You know what you're talking about there, Money? You're talking about immaturity.
Yeah, the discipline.
Thank you, Stormy B.
And when you talk about immaturity, it could show in this fight as well, in a different manner. You don't grow up in one fight, but you can grow up after a loss.
That's true, but I think you understand.
That's true.
I'm telling you, the thing is, and mind you, when I say what I'm saying, that doesn't mean I don't like Tank.
Oh, I know.
But I'm looking at things through the lens of experiences.
Right.
And this can turn out, what if Tank hits that guy with his Sunday punch and he smiles? Mexican fighters sometimes take things to a different level. Okay. One of the things that they have going for them, and the black fighters need to learn this: nationality and national pride. They stand on the shoulders of something greater than just themselves. You understand? Yep. So when you have that, every blow you strike, every blow you take, you're not taking it alone because you have people, the support of your own. Okay. That type of thing takes you to another level. When Ali went to Africa, he drew from the Africans that Ali Boumaier and that support and love that he got from those people. It made George Foreman this tall, okay? If that fight had happened on American soil, Ali might not have beat George Foreman. Because guess what? There wasn't the same type of love for him here like it was there at that particular time in the nation, in the country. So think about these things. And when you go into these big fights for guys, you have to look at everything. This is why a good coach and trainer would tell these guys what they need to hear instead of patting them on the back, talking about, you the man. No, you got a lot of work to do. And so what if Tank comes in shape for this fight? He should have been coming in shape for every damn fight. You cannot put it all together just like that in one night when you ain't been doing it consistently. So there are a number of things that need to be answered. And if he does answer them in this fight positively, that doesn't mean anything in either. He has to put it together. He has to string it. It has to be a launching pad for what comes in the future. But for one night,
same exact thing today. And y'all mad because I said that. Come on.
But for one night, listen, Buster Douglas was good for one night, wasn't he?
Yeah. I'm not mad that you said that. And my thing is it's like this. I expect Tank to go in this fight, and I'm giving him credit. But here's the thing. Anybody that don't give Tank credit for this win, I feel like y'all not really looking at it for what it is. Because I guarantee you, if Leo Santa Cruz come in here and beat Tank, y'all gonna give Leo Santa Cruz all the credit in the world. Like,
if Leo Santa Cruz comes in here and beat Tank, it'll be for what I told you tonight. Just remember that.
You a coach, I 100% gonna follow you.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying,
if Tank wins, how do you see him winning? By knockout, right?
That's all I have to see Tank winning the all fight.
But check it out. In life, you ain't gonna knock everybody out.
Facts.
In life, you ain't gonna always hit home runs.
And that's why I don't.
But you need to learn how to get on base. You need to learn how to steal bases, and you got to be able to get some luck in where you can steal home plate. You understand?
Yeah,
that's life. That's a metaphor for life. But if he's going in there looking for his punch, it may never land. Look at what happened to Deontay Wilder in his rematch with Tyson Fury. He hit Fury a couple of times in that fight, tagged him pretty damn good. But you know what he forgot? In the first fight, he put the man down twice, and he got up. So you got to do something more than just hit him hard. You got to win rounds, brother. You got to put them in the bank. And that's the difference. Yeah. So if he can't land that shot and Santa Cruz is building up points.
Yeah.
I believe Tank can win on the cards. Tank can box his ass off as well.
But you don't know if he can go deep. That's why I don't know.
I want to say this, man. And I heard the brother say everything boxing and sports. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't nobody mad at what you were saying, bro. You just kind of came off a little bit of bashing, but I respect everything that you're saying. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, as of right now, I feel like if you compare Shakur and Tank to one another, I think Tank is a step ahead. You know what I'm saying? That was my only argument. You know what I'm saying? But I want Tank in this fight, bro. I want him to get the credit if he beat him. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, that's what he's supposed to do. Because if Leo Santa Cruz beat Tank Davis, he gonna get all the credit in the motherfucking world. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be the upset of the year. And you know what I'm saying? This shit gonna go viral and all that. You know what I'm saying? I want Tank to get his credit. Just as if you put Shakur Stevenson in the ring with Carl Frampton or motherfucking Miguel Burchett or Jamal Herring. If he get that win, he deserves the credit. You know what I'm saying? And this is a good fight, man. I'm happy that we getting this fight, man. I'm really thinking about going to the motherfucker because y'all you stay ready. You know it's in San Antonio now.
Oh, I do know. Oh, that I do know. You
Yeah.
ain't gonna tell me. He Tank going in hostile territories.
Yeah, my nigga,
Yeah.
Stephon Young, the boxer, they got knocked out by Nonito Donaire at the Super Series tournament. They just got their tickets for the fight. Him and his homeboy, they just bought that shit. They from 55 to 155 tickets.
That's it.
That's
$55.
some good prices.
From
Them
55 to
cheap.
155.
Them good prices.
Yeah. Highs is 150. Yeah.
But see,
You gotta get them
but,
back
but
because they going. They going, kid.
see, this the thing. I wasn't bashing Tank. I ain't never said nothing that was bashing Tank. All I was saying is facts. I said that we can't keep making excuses on him being undisciplined. That ain't nobody's fault but his. So when people come and be like, oh well, he didn't look that good against Gamboa because this and that, and he probably was doing stuff that he has a history of doing that. So I said the same thing that Stormy B Man said. I said I have to see him string together, 3 fights in a row or something like that where he's disciplined. We can't keep, what I'm saying? Y'all got to separate just because you like Tank. I was a huge Tank fan too, but I'm a dude that okay, I want to see you fighting the best competition, or at least trying to fight the best competition. The problem I got with Tank is when he talk, he always make an excuse why he don't want to fight this dude. I mean, we not gonna we gonna act like that he don't make excuses when they ask him about Devin Haney. He just a clout baby. That man in your same division, when they ask him about Gary Russell, he too small and I ain't fighting him. It's but then you want to fight Ryan Garcia.
But Ryan Garcia,
well, hold on. But why are we giving Tank passes for stuff like that? But when somebody else do it, then we want to get on their helmet and talk bad about it. If we're gonna keep the same energy, keep the same energy with everybody. That's KT, all I'm saying.
KT, who are we getting on to doing it?
But this my thing.
I want to know who we getting on to, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't. If you ask anybody about me personally, I'm gonna take up for a fighter for the most part. The only time I got problems with a lot of fighters is what they do inside of the ring or if they steroid users. Because when I see fighters, like here example, I love Devin Haney, but in his last fight, he was pissing me off because I kept seeing him admiring punches instead of taking his opponent out. Yeah, exactly. I don't like that from fighters because that's how you get caught and get fucked up. I didn't see fighters whooping the shit out of opponents, and because they admiring shots and playing, they think they didn't won, and all of a sudden they didn't caught one. Matter of fact, key example, Roy Jones.
I like Mickey Bay.
Roy Jones did that in the Glenn Johnson fight, playing with Glenn Johnson, and Glenn Johnson caught him. He was beating the fuck out of Glenn Johnson the whole fight. Glenn Johnson called him, and people thought he damn near died because he was asleep with his eyes wide open, looking at the ceiling, not moving. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that I look at when I'm fighting. But other than that, who a fighter fights, I tell you, fight who is in front of you so you can get to where you're going. Because at this point, you took the fight. You didn't make the fight. You took the fight, and that's an obstacle in your way to getting where you want. Or you want to be, or who you want to fight.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. Like what I said about Tank, how he making excuses when certain names come up. You know what I'm saying? He basically flat out telling you, "Oh, why should I fight them?" And in so many words. So all I'm saying, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about anybody in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about anybody in general. It's like we talk about.
Made me think about Crawford. Now, Crawford, on the other hand, I do have a problem with who he fights. Because he got a whole bunch of fighters that actually want to fight him. There's actually way better fights than what he's taking. And it's more money on the table, but he's not taking them. So that's probably one of the few I do have a problem with.
Yeah. I ain't got no problem with Tank. I just want to see him fight the best. And until then, You know what I'm saying? I can't have everybody everybody got their personal opinion. But my personal opinion, until then, you can't tell me that he's the best at 135.
Leo Santa
You know
Cruz.
what I'm saying?
Leo Santa Cruz is one of the best in boxing.
Or 130. And well, I mean, he had 130, 135. You know,
Yeah.
when I look at Tank, I kind of look at, you know what I'm saying, him with the 135-pound division. That's kind of how I look at Tank. I put him in that 135-pound division. But when you compare him to Shakur Stevenson, to me, my personal opinion, he can't fuck with Shakur. That's just my personal opinion.
I'm gonna say this: Leo Santa Cruz is one of the best in boxing, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. But the thing is, when Tank fighting Leo Santa Cruz, Tank's supposed to go in there and knock him the fuck out, Tank. But they won't Tank to fight Gary Russell. But Gary been chasing Leo his whole career. Even Shakur want to fight Leo, and I'm quite sure Devin Haney will fight Leo if he was to come up as well, because everybody know Leo has a little fan base, bro, and he is a 4 division world champion. But if it's okay for Tank to fight Gary Russell Jr., that's coming from 126 pounds, it should be okay for him to fight the hottest motherfucker at 126 pounds and Leo Santa Cruz.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When you look at Leo Santa Cruz, he's the 4 division world champion. He accomplished more than anybody at 126. Whether you want to say he's the most competitive fighter or not, he's still a fucking 4 division world champion. And Tank taking on one of the hottest fighters in boxing, bro. So if that ain't good competition, then I don't know what it is. Then even if you do got Tank knocking him out, and you got Tank edging him this, that, and the third, it's still good competition. Like Storm say, this is biggest fight up to this day on pay-per-view.
I know my brother been over here. He been quiet as a church mouse on Sunday, on Christmas Sunday. Matter of fact, my nigga, hey, I know you've been listening, and you've been listening quite well. So
They got me slam, yeah.
Yeah, I ain't heard them slam that motherfucker one time. Do you got the gavel out, champ? The judge here. I need the judge in the building right now. I need order in the court. You there?
He might be on mute.
Act reaching 45. Cuatro Cinco. He was over there chilling. We're back to the conversation, man. I know we talked about that. I want to get off of Tank and Leo. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that. We're gonna be talking about that for the next 2 weeks because that fight is on Halloween, man. We're gonna be talking about that at the end of the month. But what we do have at this moment is you got a fighter in Ryan Garcia and Tank. They said it's gonna happen 2021. What do y'all think about this fight? And do y'all think it's a problem for Tank, or do y'all think it's a problem for Ryan? And let's talk about it.
Ryan Garcia, I studied Ryan Garcia, and he's a fighter. He have problems. I've seen, and you really can't, because he ain't been in the ring with nobody either. But I've seen him in the amateurs, watched him, and I watched him sparring. And what I noticed about Ryan Garcia is he have a problem fighting off of his back foot. When he got somebody that's gonna pressure him, he's a fighter that kind of like what Roy Jones used to do when he was older. When Roy Jones got older and he got in there with a pressure fighter, he couldn't, he would back up on the ropes. He back up on the ropes. That's what I see with Ryan Garcia. You can bully Ryan Garcia. If you a type of fighter that's a pressure fighter, you can bully Ryan Garcia. So if Tank Davis go in there and pressure Ryan Garcia, I think he get Ryan Garcia up out of there. Plus Ryan Garcia, he fight with his head too high. I like Ryan, but he got a lot of things to work on. I think that Tank Davis probably get him up out of there.
I think Ryan,
Tank too solid. Tank too solid for him.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna even speak on it. I'm gonna let somebody else go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask 503 and get his take on it, because I think I already know where 503 gonna go with this. But what's your thoughts on that fight and who you got? Who's in trouble in this fight?
Oh, that golden girl in trouble. Listen, I know Stormy kind of alluded to the fact that Tank ain't really fighting no brothers, And I think you know, like my boy everything boxing said, you know what I'm saying? Take a start up. You know what I'm saying? I think all this shit, I think all that's in the works, man. I don't think Tank gonna come out of his career not fighting no black fighters. But one thing I will say about Ryan is that he is athletic. For a young Hispanic Latino kid, he's athletic. He's fast. Um, he has flaws, just like all fighters do. Um, I think he doesn't do good against pressure fighters. I think him and Tank will be probably one of the biggest things next to a fucking Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford in 2021. Um, I want to see this fight, man. I really do. In 135, it just keeps getting interesting and interesting, man. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see all these guys mix it up. You know, Devin with Tank and Ryan and Devin and you know what I'm saying, Tiafimo versus whoever, Lomachenko as well, man. I think this division is very, very interesting, man. I hope to see Gary Russell in the mix soon too as well. If he moving up to 135. Um, but I think Tank Davis is a little bit too much for Ryan. He can box like Money said, man. Tank is a underrated boxer. I think people look so much into his power and his speed, and they forget. You know what I'm saying? That the kid been boxing since he was like 6, 7, 8 years old, man, and with Calvin Ford, up in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do think.
I'm gonna tell you. You know when I first noticed Tank Davis
What?
was 2012. No, it was 2013. He went viral on Vine doing pad work. That's when I first noticed Tank.
Right.
Like, I was
Right. He probably was doing it with a book.
yeah, big dude.
Yeah.
And I'm over there trying to figure out who the fuck is this kid? Because I'm looking. I'm like, I ain't never seen this dude in boxing before. And I'm started looking like everybody was posting him, but didn't nobody have him tagged or nothing. I finally found him and he went into a fight and got a he was fighting in California in the daytime and got a knockout that was vicious. And I was like, and I started following that kid ever since then.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he got a wonderful story, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think more so that's what I like more so about Tank more than his fighting style. I like the story of Tank. You know what I'm saying? He really got it out the mud, and I respect that. Even Shakur Stevenson too. You know what I'm saying? Those are like my two favorite up and coming fighters, man. Well, I'm gonna say Shakur and Jerron Boots Ennis, even though Shakur is already a champion. You know what I'm saying? But I like Shakur Stevenson as well, man. But this whole Tank and Ryan thing, man, I think a superstar will be made in that fight. The winner of that fight, I think that fight will probably go on pay-per-view as well. Whether you like it or not, bro, Tank is getting transitioned into a pay-per-view star in boxing, man. So all his fights is gonna be up against names, is gonna be up against big name fighters. And you can't not fight dudes like Teofimo, Devin Haney, and Lomachenko. You need Devin Haney, you need Lomachenko, you need Teofimo Lopez, you need all these guys, Tank, you know what I'm saying, to solidify your career. I don't want nobody going back saying that you didn't fight this guy or you didn't fight that guy. You might not be able to get them all at once, but I think throughout your career, I think that especially if you're gonna have motherfuckers paying for it, man. Motherfuckers ain't finna pay for no one Quayar, you know what I'm saying? We ain't paying for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it real. You gotta give us names. Leo Santa Cruz is a step in the right direction. I think Ryan is a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? As far as like popularity, not saying that skill wise, because I think Ryan got skill, but I think Leo is a little bit more polished and experienced than Ryan. But I think Ryan is more popular, of course, and he has a better name. You know what I'm saying? But I do got Tank winning that fight, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's gonna go yet. I ain't gonna say by knockout. You know what I'm saying? I want to see more Ryan. I want to see Ryan versus Luke Campbell, and I want to see how Tank look in his Leo Santa Cruz fight, man. You know what I'm saying? But I do think Tank will win though.
All right. One of the ones just came in the building, man. My brother, one of the ones from across the pond, or as the homie CB calling, won the monies. What's good, bro?
Yeah, what's good, family? Hey, where's CBB's at, man? I ain't heard from him from a long time.
He was in the chat earlier.
He said, yo, check this out, Wonder Monies.
I think he's gonna get back to dropping videos soon. I do got to get CB on the channel, man. He driving trucks, man. He out there on the road. I do got to get him back in the channel one day, man. It's been a minute.
No doubt, man. So you guys are just talking about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, right?
Yeah, they just agreed to fight next year.
Okay, yeah. So Ryan Garcia, there's no doubt that he's quick. He's fast. He's got quick hands and all of that. He's got a big Instagram following. You know, all of that jazz. I definitely favor Tank in that fight. One, because Tank's got power, but also Tank is also he's also fast as well. I don't know whether people are overlooking Tank's speed, but in his last fight, was it the last fight or the one before that? Which one was it? Who did Tank fight last? It was before. I think it was the fight against Ricardo Nunes. That one. Tank was he was blisteringly fast. With the jab, I was like, damn, I ain't know he could move like that. I think Tank is going to be a bit too overwhelming with Ryan Garcia. Garcia reminds me of having this kind of UK bolt upright lamppost fighting style again. But it's going to be a good fight. I don't know exactly how it's going to go down, but you can see the benefits on both sides. As I say, Garcia's fast. He's quick. I just think that with both of these guys, I think Tank is further ahead in terms of skill set and ability than Ryan Garcia. And I just don't see. Maybe the speed might catch Tank. I don't know, but I just don't see Garcia getting through Tank. I just don't see it.
Man, what's the best way to stop speed, man?
Power, timing,
but timing and body. Ryan got all the speed in the world, but he did time his last opponent. I ain't gonna say that. But when he fought that Lavender Luchador that kept hitting him in his kneecaps, all that timing wasn't there. It was just speed, and he wasn't really doing much.
Yeah. You see, this is it. From what I've seen of Ryan Garcia, he has improved through his fights, but my original stance on Garcia was the moment he steps up against anyone, he's going to get that work. And do you remember, I think it was a year or maybe two ago when Garcia was piping up, right? He was talking about, I'll fight Tank today. And then I think Tank he pulled up in the gym or something, and then Oscar had to step in and be like, hey, it ain't that serious. No, we ain't ready for that.
It was he had called Tank out. Tank said, I'll spar you. And he said anytime, and he was going to Vegas to the Mayweather gym to spar. And Oscar De La Hoya said, no, you're not ready for Tank.
Right.
I told him, you're not ready for Tank.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, Mac, I got something to say about that speed. You asked a question a moment ago. What's the best way to deal with speed, right? Or stop speed?
Yeah.
How do you measure speed? I'm posing that question to everybody on the panel. How do you measure speed?
Time.
Visually.
Huh?
Time.
No. No.
The amount of punches you throw per
You
second.
gauge speed over. No. You gauge speed over the distance that that the object travels from one point to another. That's how you gauge the speed. So if I put my hands like this,
I'm thinking you
to travel from this hand to this hand. Right, but I'm going somewhere with this. Okay. So if I'm going from this hand to this hand is 0.3 seconds, right? If I close it closer, how much time? And then you close it even closer, how much time? But what happens?
Hello?
You hear
froze
the speed of a punch, you lessen the power and the impact of it because you're closing the distance. So therein lies your answer to what you said of how you deal with speed.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
You get in his grill.
And that's what
you get in his grill. How can he throw fast punches if you right up on it?
And
remember Orlando Toledo and Lomachenko?
Yep.
That's how he defeated Lomachenko.
Kell Brook.
He got in his chest.
Kell Brook and Sean Porter.
Right.
There you go.
And Tank is the man to fight that way as well.
Yeah.
That's how it happens. That's how you take it away from him.
So what's your thoughts on it, Coach?
With Garcia?
Yeah.
And Tank?
Yeah.
I think that Tank will get him because, one, Tank is at this stage a better fighter than what Garcia is. Garcia is kind of like, he reminds me of a young Fernando Vargas. He's got some razzle dazzle, but there's not a lot of substance there yet. You know, he worried about his Instagram followers and all of that stuff. The ladies like him and all of that. And he's fighting a lot of opponents that he can look very good against at this particular time. But as you elevate in this sport and you step up in class, that left hook that he hits people with and he's lightning quick and everything, there's some people that'll do like this. Come on, bring it. You understand? And what happens to Ryan when that person don't go nowhere? Now you got to fight.
Yep.
See, remember, anybody can ball their fists up and hit a person, hurt them and knock them out, whatever, right? But what happens when that person gets hit by you and then they hit you back? It puts something on your mind.
Yeah.
First thing that it puts on your mind is, damn, I got to get out the way because he hit me back. Therein lies, that's when the fight begins. Because it's not just about getting out of the way of getting hit back. It's what are you supposed to do now? What's next?
Muscle memory.
You see? And Ryan, for all he's doing and everything, right now, he's looking good, but he's a big fish in a little aquarium, small fish bowl or something. That's what he is right now. He ain't ready for the big leagues yet.
I gotta agree with that.
The difference.
He froze up on his coach.
You know, he was sparring guys like Julio Cesar Chavez and everything when he was going to the Olympics. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So he had something. Ryan, he's a guy that has some talent, and someone here said a little while ago he has athleticism. Yeah, but it's going to take a great deal more than that. It's going to take a great deal more than that. And I personally believe once he gets hit really good on the chin one time, it's going to be over for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Meaning over as in he's going to have to try to find something else to do because I don't think there's much in the ticker.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's got legs of a baby deer or something. He looks like if he gets clipped good, yeah, it's going to be timber. Yeah.
It don't have nothing to do with his legs there, Kane. And salute to you, Kane. Good to see you. I ain't seen you in a bit.
You too, my brother.
It has everything to do with it. his technique, everything's off. His chin is way up in the air. All it's gonna take is somebody hit him on it.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Right.
The first thing boxing coach told me when I got in the gym, bend my knees, tuck my chin. That's the first thing he told me. For anything else, that motherfucker told me bend my knees and tuck my chin. He didn't give a fuck about anything else. He just wanted to make sure he wanted to make sure I could take a punch before I could throw one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you see that, Mac. What Stormy was saying is basically he fights with the UK bolt upright lamppost fighting style.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it can only take you so far. You know what I mean? Like just that upright, you know. Yeah, I don't, as I say, you know what it is with him as well, Ryan. I think Stormy mentioned this earlier, right? Is that he looks good fighting nobodies, right? He's quick, he's fast, and all of that. And the problem with that is you can gas yourself up. You can feel, oh yeah, you know what? I just knocked that guy out, and I'm doing all these Instagram videos with my speed, and you know, people are really impressed and all of that. As Stormy was saying, I don't think he's ready for Tank. I don't think he's ready for the big league, period. I have seen improvements in Garcia, but he just ain't ready now. He's got a lot more to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Tank gonna get that boy.
I agree. Man, shout out to legendary Top Cat in that super chat. He said it's a good day in Houston. Bill O'Brien got fired. Yeah, I think everybody they gonna throw a party tonight. Somebody got a happy fried Bill O'Brien party going on right now.
Yeah, man, I need to be at one of them motherfuckers.
They should have fired for the away motherfucker DeAndre Hopkins.
Bro, they should have fired him 3 years ago.
Yeah, it shouldn't even got that. It shouldn't even got that far, bro. He shouldn't even have the chance to fire DeAndre Hopkins, man. Trade him.
Oh,
like DeAndre, like that's crazy.
Hey, shout out to my brother G5 Jeff TV in the building, man. Man, I appreciate you.
Let me get my take on that.
Yeah, I was just gonna come to you and go ahead, Money.
Ryan Garcia, fast puncher, good counter puncher. He do got pop, right? I like the little motherfucker hard in him, bro. A lot of people thought he was capping when he said he wanted to fight Tank. I never did. Because first of all, when you capping on somebody, you trying to get recognition and all that shit. Which this motherfucker got a big time fan base. I look at the motherfucker as Justin Bieber of boxing. That motherfucker got the kids, the teenagers, the mid-age people, and he still got old folks that like him. You know, but he one thing about him, he too straight up and down. Like he stand too tall when he fight. And he looked for the counter shot all the time, which he not creating his offense. He want his offense to come to him. You know, that's why I'm looking forward to see how he look against Luke Campbell, because this is the biggest fight of his career with Luke Campbell, and that's a hell of a fight for him. You know what I mean? I want to see how good he do against Luke Campbell. Can he catch him? Can he knock him out? You know? Because this go test him, and this go show us what Ryan Garcia is all about. You know what I'm saying? This fight gonna show us what he's all about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm damn sure looking forward to seeing if he can hang in there, bro. I'm damn sure looking forward to see if he can hang in there, because Luke Campbell gonna test his ass.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I think he's gonna get a decision like he did in that Carlos Morales fight. Because I don't care when I still think Carlos won that fight.
Yeah, but this fight here with Luke, you know, I feel like this is a serious fight. That's why I respect all of them fighters. I feel like they all they in their biggest fight. Even with Devin Haney, I thought he was gonna get Gary Russell, and I feel like that was his biggest fight. Tank biggest fight with Leo. Ryan Garcia going up against this dude. You know what I'm saying? Shakur was gonna get him a big one. So they all been tested. So this is a test for him to see what he can do with Luke Campbell. You know, but that still don't give him the skill set and for him to go in there and beat a Javante Davis. You know, because Tank ass can box and get to the body. When you straight up and down like that, your body wide open, Tank go exploit that shit all the time. But what Tank got to watch out for is the counter shot of that motherfucker, because he is a pinpoint accurate punching ass fighter. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And if you catch any motherfucker on the chin the right way, you can put their ass out. You know, so he do got that jab catch. I mean, that jab in, try to come with the hook off the jab. You know what I'm saying? So he got a shot in the fight. He just ain't gonna win the fight. I mean, I think Tank got to be smart enough and set that shit up the right way, go to his body. You know what I'm saying? And get his ass to get the reaching and try to find your range of distance. But the thing about him is he long and rangy too. So if he can try to hold his own and keep the distance and work his jab out there, he definitely give himself a shot to win the fight. But all that being said, I just think Tank is just too smart and too good for him, and too powerful. You know what I'm saying? And too powerful. Like I said, when we see him, he always getting pushed around the ring and shit. His legs ain't strong enough to stand in that position for too long. You know what I mean? We haven't seen him go that many rounds to see how his conditioning is. You know what I mean? Now he is working with the Reynosos and they making him a little better. You got to give him that. They're making him a little better. So I feel like he need more than next year to going on with Devontae Davis. I
Yeah,
mean, you need him another about 2 more years to get everything down to be really, really solid. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I agree.
Yeah, but if they go on there next year, I think Tank knock his ass out. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank knock his ass out.
I think Tank knock him out now. I always thought he was gonna knock him out. Like I said, every time I see Ryan Davis and him getting named with some of these top fighters, I go back to when he fought Carlos Morales on Facebook. And Carlos Morales was beating the brakes off Tank. I mean off of Ryan in the early rounds. Ryan started coming along in those later rounds, but nigga, Carlos was giving him everything that he wanted. Everything. Kitchen sink. He gave him a new faucet on that motherfucker. He put in a new shower head in his tub. That nigga was throwing everything at that nigga. And
Uh-huh.
that was man, that fight was I still you could have gave that fight a draw, but I picked Carlos Morales in that fight by 1 round. But the way they gave it to Ryan, it was a split decision. But one of the refs gave him an outstanding ass number, like he won every round, and I don't think that was possible. The way he was getting beat up in the fight, but and then I look at that fight and look at how if he go in here with some of these top dogs, how he would handle that. Even though he with Eddie Reynoso now, what are they doing to change him up? Because I haven't seen anything different in him. I see what Lawrence said that he has made some adjustments. I'm gonna see what adjustments he make in this Luke Campbell fight because I also want to see what adjustments Andy Ruiz gonna make. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? And but I don't think he gonna. I still think Tank knocks him out. But before we get up out of here, I got one last question to ask everybody, and then we up out this motherfucker. Patrick Teixeira has came out and he's talking. This motherfucker is talking shit like Jamel owe him money, like he calling him a bitch and everything else. And I'm like, nigga, ain't nobody even thought about your motherfucking ass. So do y'all think this motherfucker is serious, or y'all think he's just trying to get a little clout off the back of Jamel Charlo's name and his pay-per-view buys? Because right now everybody's talking about Jamel and he's hot. Because Patrick, ain't nobody even mention your name, and you calling Jamal all out his name, and you saying he's scared to fight you and shit like that. But you know damn well that somebody will knock your ass out like tomorrow. What's your thoughts on it? I'm gonna start with KT.
Man, ain't nobody thinking about that dude. Like, who is he? He been over there with that belt, ain't fought nobody. Ain't nobody thinking about that dude. And before he was over there harboring that belt, and he didn't want nothing to do with Charlo. You know what I'm saying? So it's another case of Charlo's name, Jamel Charlo name out here in these, in the boxing news in these streets, and his name is hot right now. So ain't nobody thinking about Patrick, whatever his name is. So now, he like, okay, it's the best time. It's the best time to pretend like he wants some smoke. He don't want no smoke. That's all pretend. It's clout chasing, whatever you want to call it. But he don't want nothing to do with Charlo. But I talked about this on the show last week. He kind of in a predicament. So let me change it up because I have forgot. He kind of in a predicament right now. His mandatory that he got to fight is Brian Castano, right? Brian Castano's a beast. I thought that Brian Castano actually beat Israel Lara. I thought he beat Lara. They gave that fight a draw. I thought he edged that fight out against Lara. But Brian Castano's a beast. So Patrick Teixeira, that's his mandatory. So I think he looking at it like, he kind of, he ain't really got nowhere to go. The only way he get out of that fight with Brian Castano is either drop the belt or have a unification bout with Jermell Charlo. So he probably looking at it like this. Brian, he know he can't beat Brian Castano. I can't beat Brian Castano. I can't beat Jermell Charlo neither. But what's the best thing for me to do? Jermell Charlo got a name. So, I'm gonna piggyback off of his fame that he get. Maybe I could get a fight with him. At least if I do lose, I'm going, giving myself a chance to become undisputed. If I fight Brian Castano, shit, I'm not fighting nobody with a name, even though I don't have no name neither, but it ain't really nothing in it for me, but a L on my record. So, I think that's the reason he's doing it, because you got to look at his situation. His mandatory is a beast too. And I mean, so he kind of at a dead end road, he ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, I, I agree because I like Brian Castano, and I do. I ain't gonna say he beat Laura, but I was one that thought it was a draw before they even announced the fight was a draw. I thought it was a draw. 503, little bro. What's your thoughts on it? You on mute, champ.
You talking about what? Tashira talking shit? What exactly? What did he say?
Man, you got me for to go back 3 weeks. I mean, not 3 weeks, but about
just,
3
just send me the article, bro.
Hold on, let me pull it up. Shit, that motherfucker was talking mad shit. Okay. Patrick Sherrill, this is one article. This was on Boxing 24. He said he'll end Jermell Charlo's career. Oh man, this is a trip. But Teixeira said he needs to change his name from Lions Only to Kittens Only after beating him and finishing off his after I beat him and finished off his career. What's another one he said? Jermell needs to beat me to be the best. He's been calling him out. He didn't call him a bitch and everything else. Charlo, you don't hurt anybody. For you to be the best, you need to beat me. I have a mandatory fight. If the WB authorizes it, I will end his career first. Then I'll fight Castano next, and I will end all 154 at PBC. You are not Lions Only. You are Kittens Only. What else he said? It's a whole bunch of shit, bro.
Okay.
This is what's on his Instagram and his Twitter. Like he's talking big shit.
Okay.
He act like he is.
I'm about to go check him out.
He ain't just
Yeah. Listen, man. It sound cool. You know what I'm saying, on the internet, man. But you get your golden girl boss on the phone, man. You know what I'm saying? And this shit can happen. This shit can go down. Shit. If they want to do a doubleheader pay-per-view, Tank Davis, Ryan versus, you know what I'm saying, and Jamel versus Tashira, man, that joint a sale, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen.
Yeah.
I like the fact that
Canelo. Yeah. I know that's what you're thinking. That's wishful thinking. Let me stop.
Yeah, for right now, yeah. I'm not even gonna. Canelo he fucking up right now. He got a lot going on, but I think it's good for the sport, man. I think we need an undisputed champion. The tables have turned, man. You know what I'm saying? The tables are turning for us down south boys, man. You know what I'm saying? The tables turning for Jamal. You know what I'm saying? They turning for EJ. So I mean, I'm happy right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a real good place. I like the fact that Patrick is growing a set of nuts, man. And he trying to let them hang right now. I can't do nothing but respect it, man. But keep that same energy in the ring, champ. Don't just be on the internet capping. And you know what I'm saying? Don't have no cap in your rap. You know what I'm saying? Be by what you saying. I think Jamel whoops his ass, of course, and knocks him the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Because Jamel Charlo ain't no Carlos Adominus. He ain't no fucking Bronco. He a lion. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna show you what a real lion is. You know what I'm saying? Texas style. You know what I'm saying? I think Patrick is way in over his head at this point, man. He gonna have to live up to what he's saying though. And like Jamel said, bro, he said the shit the same night he got all the belts. He said he will fight this dude. It's on his promoter. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it comes down to, bro. Cause we don't know, don't nobody know what Golden Boy is doing. I mean, the one fight I do know about is I know Jaime got a fight coming up, and I think Rashidi supposed to be on the undercard. Other than that, I don't really know what Golden Boy got going on right now, man. But I want to see what's gonna happen, man. I'm gonna be paying close attention to Golden Boy. Ryan Garcia still haven't got no date. You know, all this shit going on with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? There's trouble over there in paradise, man. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see this fight, man, for undisputed, man. We can have another undisputed champion in boxing next to Terence Crawford, another black undisputed champion, fighting better competition to become undisputed. And yeah, man. I mean, this is what we need, man. This is what boxing needs. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it.
And Lawrence, ain't no problem, man. You know, I just gotta put my 2 cents on it. It's a topic tonight, man. You know, I love trash talking boxing. This boxing. If it ain't no trash talk in it, then what's the use of y'all fighting? I love to see the trash talking boxing, man. I love when these fighters talk greasy. You know what I'm saying? One of the ones. What's your thoughts on it, bro?
Oh, this guy's gonna get lit up. That's all I've got. That's all I've got on it. Patrick Taxiera, he's gonna get lit up, bro. He's sloppy. His defense is all over the place. It's messy. I love it. I'm glad that you mentioned that he's talking shit. He needs to talk more shit. Keep that shit talking coming. You understand? Because I don't know what's in his warped mind to be thinking that he even has a chance. Hey, listen, Mel is going to get this boy out of there within 5. Within 5. This guy is going to be head over ass on the canvas. Telling you that right now.
That's funny. He said head over ass. I'm using that shit.
And that's all I got in it. That's all I got in it. I mean, there's just no way this guy, he's not ready. I mean, look, he's got a strap, so that's good. Let him keep talking shit. This is what we need. This is what we want. We don't want people talking about, oh, well, you know, trying to be businessmen and diplomatic about why certain fights can't happen. If he's talking shit, hey, it's all good. It's all good. He sells tickets as well.
Oh man, I love it. Man, hey, Coach Stormy, what you got on it?
Man, that's a tough act to follow what Kane just said, man. Hey, I'm over here dying laughing.
I ain't cover my face because I know we live.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it real.
You know what? He said what we all thinking. That's all he put it out there.
Oh shit.
Look here, man. This is what I was gonna say before he said that. You remember growing up when you play ball, right? You got a court in the neighborhood. Everybody like to go up there and run and play. There was always a dude, no matter what age, but there was always one dude who'd come out there. He got the Lakers gear on. He got the newest shoes. He got the sweatbands and wristbands and everything. He even tried to walk, you know, like the guys, right?
Yeah.
If you picked him to be on your team, he was the worst dude on the court out there trying to play. So once you knew that, he was always on the sideline watching everybody else, right? That's this guy.
You picked on
this guy. He's a freaking paper champion if there ever was one. And the thing is, he barking like them damn dogs on that video that's near the opening of the fence, but they standing behind that fence, right? They ain't trying to go over there where the opening is, where they can really actually get at each other. That's who he is. That's exactly who this guy is. And you know what? The sooner he get in there with Mel and it be all over and Mel becomes undisputed, he'll be nothing more than a footnote in history. That's it. That's it. But I love what Kane had to say much better. Oh, he's gonna get lit up.
Yeah, he came out.
Yo, it's gonna be incoming fire. That radar is gonna be pinging off the map like, oh shit, shots fired, duck, cover, hey, that from behind, side, left, hey. It's just gonna be overwhelming for this guy, man. And Brazilians ain't really known for boxing. I ain't saying Brazilians can't fight, but boy,
Man,
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Hey, money, make some sense of it, yo.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at him, man. Chisera don't stand a chance, bro. He wasn't supposed to get past Carlos Sedan, to be honest with you. And he damn sure ain't getting past Brian Castano. Like he say, man, I think he's looking at the big paycheck. He looking at the pay-per-view. You know, he's seen how hot the Carlos is now. So everybody want a piece of that wave. You know what I mean? And he got a title, so he know he's part of it. You know what I mean? So he got to ask fucking De La Hoya, can he fight the Cholos? Because we don't even know if De La Hoya want to fight Mel his damn self. Because De La Hoya want to take the spotlight from you because he know you ain't shit. So it's how it goes, sell the belt to the highest bidder. You know what I'm saying? That's how he looking at it. Sell the belt to the highest bidder. And the highest bidder is the Cholos. That's the biggest paycheck you can get right now in the boxing game for him. You know, so he holding on to a piece of history over there. And now he want to run his mouth because he wasn't saying shit at first. He wasn't saying nothing to nobody. No, but now that the Cholos made their statements, stamped that they are the best in the division, he know people gonna be talking about undisputed, and he know he got a piece of that title. I mean, well, a piece of that history, so he know he valid. You know what I mean? So I don't knock him, but the shit talking he talking about is pure bullshit in my opinion. You know, we don't believe nothing that he talking about. He know he can't win. He know he can't win. His promotion company know he can't win. You know what I mean? And now it come down to selling the belt to the highest bidder, bro. And that's all it is.
If he want to be on the wrong side of history, go right ahead, my brother.
Shit, he already is on the wrong side of history. Shit.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I love all this. Hey, G5, call in if you still there. The call in numbers on the screen and in the chat. Call in if you still on the chat. There you go. Because I got to get my brother's opinion on this one, man. Hold on, I got you. G5, I know that's you.
Yo, what's up with you, players?
What's up with it, Jeff? Man, what's your opinion on this shit talking and this fight coming up?
Talking about the Teixeira fight? Teixeira and
Teixeira and Charlo.
Jamel?
Yeah, if they can make this fight.
I love the trash talk. The trash talk is funny as hell. Like, but he got a belt, so you know I don't think he capping. I don't think he capping at all. You know what I'm saying? And he do gotta ask Oscar De La Hoya, can he take the fight? You know what I'm saying? Same way Jamel gotta ask Al Heyman. You know what I mean? You know how the politics go. But I think Jamel gets Teixeira up out of there late. I would say probably it'll look similar to the Rosario fight. I think Teixeira basically will give Jamel more openness offensively. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you definitely got to take Jamel in the fight. Teixeira's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But he's not on Jamel's level.
Do you think Teixeira beat Castano? Because that's who he's fighting in November.
I think Castano would beat him. Castano would beat him simply because, I mean, you can make the argument he beat Lara. People either had it a draw or had it for Castano. I haven't heard too many people say, like, Lara clearly won that fight. Yeah. Like, that was a damn good fight, too. Like, that was a damn good fight.
It really
you know what
was.
I'm saying? But I'd rather, if I'm in Teixeira's shoes, I'd rather fight for all the marbles and get the bigger bag than to fight Castano. You're not going to get a bigger bag, and then Castano don't have no belt. You know what I'm saying, and bring it to the table.
Yeah.
So the trash talk makes sense. You know, him wanting to fight Jamel makes sense, and he wants to avoid Castano at all costs. To be honest, because they were supposed to have been for it, right?
Yep. They was. They remember they canceled it because of Corona. The event got canceled because of Corona, and then recently, Patrick Sher was trying to fight Costa Azul's son Tim, and I don't think the WBO is approving that fight. That's why he's going to fight.
Not. And they was trying to I think they were supposed to have a purse bid too about it.
Yeah, they was. Him and Castano, their purse bid is actually this week.
Hey man, I know roadblocks when I see it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Teixeira, him fighting Jamel is his best option. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Rosario. It's just like Rosario. Like, it was best for him to fight Jamel, you know, for all of the belts, even though he was a 5-1 underdog.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Teixeira, same thing. You know what I'm saying? But I think Jamel is the best 154 pounder out there. Like, I don't think there's a debate in terms of him being the best at 154. I think he can. There's definitely some guys for him to, you know, to fight. He doesn't have to necessarily like move up or anything. There's a lot of younger guys that, you know, he can spank or whatever, you know. But yeah, Teixeira would lose 8th round, 9th, something like that, you know. But yeah, Jamel would definitely favorite, you know, for sure.
Man, right on, man.
Who's the dude that's on the live with y'all, man? Like, he's funny as shit.
Oh, one of them ones?
Yeah, yo, he's funny as hell.
That's the homie, man. Hey, one of the ones been rocking with us. He been rocking with us since the jump, man. Shout out to one of the ones. Yeah, he's from. Hey, where you from? One of the ones over there in London. Ain't you from over there where Dillian White from?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from the south. I'm from South London.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm from the place where
from the UK too, man. I love y'all over there, man, for sure.
Maximum respect, man. Yeah, I'm from the place where Dillian White allegedly comes from. You know what I mean? Place called Brixton. Allegedly.
I hear that, man. But yeah, Jamel Charlo, man, he a beast, man. He a beast, man. But the Teixeira situation, it just makes sense for Teixeira, but it makes sense for Jamel too.
It really does.
Like Lawrence said, you know, like being a unified champion, like the champions are supposed to call out the champions. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a great look. I think it's a great look for boxing. Hopefully, Oscar will sign off on. I mean, shit, he ain't got nothing else going on. Canelo is, you know, battling in court.
He better get
Ryan Garcia.
He better get the money while he can before he lose all his fighters. The only he chef Jaime Munguia, bro. You got Ryan over here who's about to lose. You got Canelo who you about to lose. All you gonna have is Rashidi Ellis, Eddie Gomez, and Virgil Ortiz in a minute.
And Rashidi Ellis is in a tough fight coming up.
Yeah, man.
Rashidi Ellis ain't got no cupcake neither.
I know he don't, but I think they're trying to put Rashidi Ellis in position to get ranked higher because, you know, he was ranked and then, you know, they shelved him. He was ranked high. He was ranked in the top 10 and then they shelved him and he got knocked out the ranking. I think they're trying to hurry up and get him back in the rankings again.
Yeah, Oscar's in trouble.
I like Rashidi Ellis, and I wish he'd get the fuck away from him.
I mean, you got your cash cow like willing to go to court and stay ready. You already know a boxer in court that can take years.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We seen Mikey Garcia sit out for 2 years with Bob Arum in Top Rank, and Bob Arum's the biggest paperwork gangster alive.
And I'm gonna tell you something else.
When it comes down to boxing,
he can fuck around and ask for a stay and go fight while they in court.
Yeah, and they can't. And you know what? I don't know the whole legal terms on that, but if he does that, they can't really control what he does.
They can't do nothing.
Like, they can't do nothing.
And he has his own promotional company.
Yeah, because like with them offering Canelo $20 million, I'm like, he can double that if he was fighting pay-per-views, like especially if he was on PBC. Please. Like that $20 million is nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know how much Showtime would pay him? They would pay him Floyd Mayweather numbers if he come over there and fight?
Oh yeah, it would be crazy, and then he would have big fight after big fight after big fight. I mean, he would get Jamal Charlo. Like he can move up to 68. He can get Caleb Plant. He can get Benavidez. Like there's so many different options if he goes over to PBC, and they're gonna take care of him as far as the back end money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like the zone is because of they're gonna give him back end money off of subscribers, and that's not a guaranteed bag because that same subscriber that subscribed in June might cancel in July or August. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not a consistent bag. So Oscar got they got problems. They got hella problems. He better take this Teixeira Jamel Charlo fight. Just send him over. You know what I'm saying?
That's all. Just send him over.
Yeah, send him on over. And if he is who he say he is, he gonna come back with all the straps. Yep. Ball in his court. Right. You know what I'm saying? But ball in his court for sure.
That's all it takes, man. Man, I appreciate you calling in, man. Tell everybody how they can go find you right here on YouTube and Instagram, man.
Twitter G5 Jeff TV, YouTube G5 Jeff TV, man. Been rocking with Stay Ready Boxing. Moni, me and him on the same Facebook joint. Chat with Lawrence all the time. Cool people. You know what I mean? Just look out for me, man. Stay ready. I'm tapped in with you all day, bro.
Already, man. And I got to get back on your channel soon because, man, we had fun the other night.
Oh yeah, we gonna get at it, man, for sure, man. But I appreciate you, man, for sure.
All right, anytime, bro.
All right, fellas.
All right,
man.
All right.
And my thoughts on it, man, is that I enjoy I enjoy the shit talking. That's more part of. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit talking is part of my favorite part of the sport. I love the animosity. I love the shit talking. Some of it is unwarranted, but man, this right here lets me know that at least somebody might be willing. Because when I'm gonna tell you right now, if Charlo call your bluff and you run out with your tail tucked, with your head tucked between your legs, it's not. That's gonna make it even look worse. That's gonna make it look 10 times worse in your next fight because we're gonna be looking for you to get knocked out in every fight you get. But you know what I'm saying? I love it. I'm ready for it, man. And we're gonna end on that note, man. It was a great live with you guys, man. I love it, man. I appreciate everybody that came through, man. Y'all make sure y'all tell anybody that's in the chat right now. If y'all not following any of these guys, y'all in last place, man. Go make sure y'all follow each and every one of these guys on the platform. One of the ones, tell them how they can follow you and give me your last words, bro.
Seeing, yeah, one of them ones, Media Boxing. That's my channel. I'm gonna. I've been out of the game for a little while, so I've got a bit of catching up to do. But I'm gonna try and jump back on that and come with some more fights, and etc. and careers, so you can see these guys' careers in full. As well, big up all of the usual suspects. The one like 503. Hey, where the odd fella at? Peace General and Stormy B, man. Money to God, it's good sharing the panel with you. I like some of your opinions and views. You sound like a straight shooter. It's all good. Big up the one like Act Reacher as well. Long time I ain't spoken to you. I know we kind of been busy and the whole Rona and everything. But yeah, it's me one. Came one of them ones, Media. Article done. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.
Man, appreciate you coming through, champ. KT, let me get some last words, champ.
Oh man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, for letting me come on, rocking with you. One of the realest out here. Stay Ready Boxing. The whole panel. 503 Stormy B, man, Money Brown. Y'all know where y'all could catch me at. Everything boxing and sports. I'll be live every day at about 11:25. That's Mountain Pacific time. So that's 1:25 Central, 2:25 East Coast time. Yeah, and we cooking every day.
Already, man, and I'm gonna be in there checking you out, champ. Be in there checking you out
already.
Stormy, let me get some last words, man.
Oh man, this was a great stream, man. Thanks for having me on here. Enjoy shooting it with you guys, man. Hope you have me back. And I want to say salute to everybody out there in the chat. You can find me on my channel, Stormy B, man. That's what it is, straight up, straight down. So thanks again for having me, bro. I really enjoyed this evening. Man. OG got to go to bed now. I got to get up early.
I already know. I ain't too far behind you. I got some business to take care of.
Shit, I'm way ahead of you, man. It's 3 a.m. in the nearly. Oh snap! It's 4:30 in the morning for me. So
that's right. New England. Yeah, you get you some sleep, man.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh, Money. Let me get some last words, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beautiful panel, man. Beautiful, bill with the brothers, man. You understand? Y'all can follow me at Monty Brown TV right here on YouTube and at Monty_the writer on Instagram, man. You already know, Mac, man. Whenever you need me, I'm gonna be there. Shouts out to Stormy B, the bro 503, one of them ones. I'm gonna follow you. My bro Keon, we do how we do, man. We build, we cook. Y'all know how I am, man. Big dog status.
Already, man. 503, close us out, little bro.
Well, this has been another Ringside Views, man. Straight from the Houston Hard Hitters, man. We hit real hard today, man. We had an all-star panel, like the homie Jay Cooley say, man. OG Stormy B, man, a.k.a. Coach Stormy. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Chi-Town's finest. You know what I'm saying? KT coming straight out there 313, man. Michigan in the building. You understand me, man? My boy, one of them ones, bro. Straight from there, UK, Brixton in the highs, you know what I'm saying? My brother Ack Reacher came through here earlier, you know what I'm saying? But he had to dip out, man. But much love to my brother Ack, man. And of course, man, Money Brown TV, man, you know what I'm saying? Money to God, you know what I'm saying? OG, St. Louis, Midwest in the building, man. And of course, man, the Houston Hard Hitters, man, right here in H-Town, man, down south. You know what I'm saying? Texas is definitely taking over boxing. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all boys was entertained today, man. This was another Ringside Views, man. We got some good topics in. We debated. You know what I'm saying? Me, my boy, everything boxing and sports money. You know what I'm saying? We went at it. You know what I'm saying? We had the OG perspective. Stay ready. Was in the cut laughing. My boy, one of the ones had us laughing. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all like this, man. Y'all keep calling in. You know what I'm saying? Showing love to the show. Leaving them super chats, man, smashing the like button, leaving them comments down below, man. Share the video as well, man, to all your social media platforms. You can follow me, man, at 503 Line right here on YouTube, man. Smoke City Mobcast on Instagram, man. We gonna definitely be getting it in all October, man. In November, man, we got the return of EJ. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Dallas, Texas, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. We're going to be talking about all the up-and-coming fights, man. You know what I'm saying? And, just fuck with the squad, man. LDBC all day. We don't play. It's your boy 503 Line. And I'm up out of here, man. Much love to y'all boys, man. Peace.
Yeah, come in and share this video to all your social media platforms. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you can get the notification every time I go live. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the super chat. Man, shout out to the LDBC. Appreciate all you guys coming through, from Coach Stormy, Money Brown, one of them ones, Ack Reacher, KT from everything boxing and sports. My brother 503. I appreciate all y'all coming through, man. And it's your boy Mac with Stay Ready Boxing TV. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready, man. Peace.
Already.